And we are live, my friends. Dota 7.22. This is going to be short for YouTube. This is just for the actual patch itself. For those of you on Twitch, I might do like a little mini lobby for a second, but I'm just trying to cover this because I guess it's pretty big. I'm not going to... Okay, it's huge, actually. So, added new scepter upgrades for all the 24 remaining heroes without an upgrade. That means Aghanim Scepter goes on everybody. Updated various older scepter upgrades. Good. Scepter can now be consumed as a buff by purchasing a 2,000 gold recipe upgrade. This means Alchemist, and I'm sure that changed him, but is less useful when you compare the late game because as long as you have money, everybody can do it.
Also,
Scepter buffs
Alchemist
do
is
not
not
grant
required.
secondary stat bonuses, meaning that when you get it, you do not keep the 10 to all stats and the health and the mana. It just gives you your ability. That's it. Rashawn now drops a consumable scepter buff item. The third Rashawn will randomly drop either a consumable scepter item or a refresher shard. The fourth Rashawn has both. You can select Rashawn to see his inventory and find out what items will drop. Added new visual effect on the heroes that have scepter upgrades. So that's interesting. So this is basically if you buy a scepter, which is still 4,200 gold, right? You could buy 2,000 gold on top of that to get the ability. Or if you manage to get the third Rashawn, you have a 50-50 chance that you might be able to get a permanent one for one of your teammates, effectively saving you 6,200 gold. That's pretty big. That's massive.
I also like to point out that even though that you can, I mean, most supports will not do this because they just want they still want the stats of Ag Scepter.
That's true, but so a carry saving the ability to just have the Ags without touching it, that's so big, dude. Like, this is huge. If you get that on the third or on the fourth or further, that's so much money. Rashawn is now so critical to the game. Like, exceedingly critical. That is
also like to point out
shift.
need the scepter. You need the scepter first before you can use it. So.
You mean he gives the recipe? Are you sure?
He just gives the recipe. He just gives you the scepter upgrade.
Yes, Thor. So if he just gives the 2,000 gold recipe, that's still pretty critical, but less critical because you already need to have.
No, it's no way they're gonna give the whole thing. It's too.
Well, it says we'll drop a consumable scepter buff item.
Scepter item.
I mean, to me, I'm reading this as almost like cheese is consumable. Like, you use it, you have scepter buff. Without the scepter.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
You're agreeing with me, right, Inferry?
If what you're saying is when you use the item that Roche drops, you have scepter buff, yes.
Even if you never had a scepter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I think. We'll test it. We'll test it. This has to be tested.
I mean, we have to test it. We won't know.
Added Mars Captain's Mode, added Io to Captain's Mode. That's all the heroes, right? Besides,
That's it.
That's it. Everybody's in. Cool. Deny XP granted to the enemy, the player being denied, increased from 35 to 45. That's cool. So being off lane, for example, and having all of the creeps like denied on you, you still get a little bit more XP than you did, which makes it a very beneficial situation to be a solo off lane now. I think they're probably going to be trying to buff.
I think that meant it says the player being denied, so I think it's like Doom deny, Quap deny, and Venom deny.
No. They're saying when you deny a creep, the enemy gets less experience. That's how it works. They've been changing this repeatedly. So like if I'm in a safe lane, well, I'm a tri-lane safe lane, and you're a solo like Phoenix, you're gonna get 5% more experience than you were before for all the creeps I denied. Death cost changed from 50 plus net worth divided by 40 to just net worth divided by 40. So you lose 50 less gold when you die. That's nice, right? Cool. Yeah. Dying's less important, especially on supports, because now that 50 might have actually been such a big factor if your net worth was garbage. 50 could actually be bigger than the other factor was because of how little money you have. So taking out that really helps supports.
It's a TP scroll, isn't it?
Yeah, but you might only lose literally like 99 gold or something from dying now. That's like nothing.
Yep.
Kill streak XP bounty increased from 200, 1250 to 400, 1800. That's big. That means when you kill a hero who's very ahead, you gain a lot. Twice as much on the bottom of it.
That is more for Absolution, for diving tier 3s, tier 4s.
Yeah, now if someone like Absolution dives early game, like he's like level 11 and dives tier 3s, killing him yields a ton of XP for the team. XP requirement to reach level 5-6 was reduced by 20 each. That's pretty big actually. So getting your ult is easier now. That's really big. And it back-ended because if you... XP required to reach level 19 and plus is all 100 more each. Wow. So to get to 25, it's total more. But at least your 5 and 6 are more front-ended. That's pretty big. Range creeps XP now increased by 8 per cycle upgrade. So range creeps XP is obnoxious now. I mean, that's ridiculous. Siege creeps base attack time increased, so they attack slower now, so it's actually harder to push with the siege creeps. They spawn two units at 35 instead of 30, so it's longer until you get the 2 siege creeps as well. They can no longer be dominated, enchanted, or converted. Ooh, that's a big nerf. That's a big nerf to enchanters. Pushing is harder now.
Also, to Darkseer with Helmet Dominator as well.
Yeah, Helmet Dominator in general. This is a big nerf to the to pushing in general because siege creeps attacking slower is gigantic. Tier 3 tower damage increased notably. Actually, that's actually nobody really ever dies to tier 3 towers because by that point you have health, but it still matters because an ogre buffing the tower or someone putting armor on like a lich, that means that tower is actually kind of hard to take. Tier 1 armor bonus was increased from 2 to 3. This means diving tier 1s is harder now. Because the allies have more armor. That's a pretty big buff, actually. 1 armor does matter a lot at early game, too. So it's a lot harder for those people to dive you, especially like a bristleback, since they're doing all physical damage with quills. 2 went from 4 to 5. Towers now have a multi-shot attack when Glyph is activated. Attacks up to 2 additional targets, meaning 3 total. That's huge.
Anti-push strat.
That's only 2+, mind you, but that means that your tier 2 towers are like really easily defended because now you get an extra armor on the tier 2 as well, and they have the multi-shot attack. That's really hard to push solo. This is really going to be a nerf to solo pushing because if you're like, it's more a nerf to deathballing, but it's also a nerf to solo pushing because if you go and you get caught out, they have extra armor. You won't be able to kill anybody, even if you're ahead. Even if you're like, oh, I'm a big, scary like carrier or whatever. You can't kill them back. They have the extra armor, and the tower will shred you. Because even if you're not the closest unit, it'll still hit you. So, like, this is, like, trying to do a little bit rough on the solo pushing, but big nerf on the death balling. Shut up, Substick. Slightly adjusted Radiant safe lane hard camp position and terrain nearby. We'll have to look at it. Reduce the chase duration of the hard camp neutrals in the Radiant safe lane area. It's going to make it harder then to pull and stack technically. Radiant middle tier 2 tower, so Radiant is bottom left, middle T2 is now moved further to the left, meaning it's closer to the ridge. It doesn't have vision over the big camp. That's nice. Adjusted tree line to the right of the Radiant middle tier 2 tower, probably for the same reason. It's probably making it harder for the Radiant tier 2 to be easier to defend, because I believe it is. Lol. The Radiant mid lane medium camp now has 2 layers of trees behind it. Which medium camp? The medium camp is the one that's closer to mid.
That's the one that's out by the river, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like on a hill, right over the hill that's over the river, I think. That's nice. I guess 2 layers of trees means it's harder to. I'm not sure what's gonna happen yet, Substick. It's gonna be harder for you to like dig through the trees or something. That's kind of nice. Mid can't pull now, so mid often digs through this with a tango or crawling blade and uses it to pull the creeps into the lane and kill them. Because you can do both at once. Adjusted various dire neutral spawn boxes. That's probably just something to help with pulling and stuff. Illusions can now lifesteal. Wow, that's so big.
I'm thinking of one hero.
Chaos Knight. Yeah, of course.
Yep.
Like lifesteal now works against enemy illusions too. Calculated before amplifications. That's pretty big too. That actually is also a nerf to Chaos Knight because now you can lifesteal while you're killing his illusions. Because that's the biggest nerf is if like you're someone with Mask of Madness or something and you're hitting like Chaos Knight illusions. If you're not hitting the right Chaos Knight, you're not lifestealing. The following items are no longer partially shareable. Good. Good. Get rid of them all. I hate shareable items. Like you can be like, oh, borrow my ring of regen so you can regen. Like, no, stupid. Good. Good. I hate them all. Armor. Base armor increased by 2. He's significantly harder to kill for Ursa. That is so big. That is huge. He got a base armor increase of 1 before, and it put Ursa's Roche time back a little bit. 2 more. That's ridiculous.
It's gonna put it back further now. So.
Yep. Attack damage per minute increased from 4 to 6. He's gonna actually hit pretty hard during the mid game. Last hit gold bounty range changed from 150 to 400 to 225 to 325. The average is the same, but it's more consistent. Yeah. His last hit XP bounty reduced from 750 to 400, so he doesn't give as much XP. This is good, actually. I'm glad because the XP needed to be reduced considering his new droppables. Satyr's Tormentor's Unholy Aura was nerfed. This means stacking and taking the stacks easier because it doesn't heal as much, and also means that people who take over Satyr Tormentors don't have as much of a buff.
It's more for Doom. If Doom is that he doesn't sustain it,
I love that.
As much.
Timer that credits a player for a kill when Radiant Dire get the final hit is increased from 20 to 30 seconds.
Okay.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
That just changes like stupid stuff when a creep gets a kill or something. Heroes can now have a non-standard initial attack speed values. What?
So all heroes have the same attack speed except based on the base stats.
Everybody used to have 100 attack speed to start.
Yeah.
Now that's not true. So
No,
Abaddon attacks faster. Broodmother attacks
you have
faster.
to remember there is attack animation involved.
I think the timer change affects multi-kill bonus. Yes, I agree, Jackers. That's what it does. So all these heroes attack faster. That's interesting. I'm most worried.
Attack faster, but they still have the what you call.
Yeah, but they used to have 100 calculated as initial attack speed.
Yeah.
So this is still making them attack faster regardless. All of them. They all attack faster.
The one I see that is actually pretty scary is Gyro, because Gyro's attack speed is high and his attack animation is also non-existent.
Slark could come back into the meta. He attacks faster now.
Maybe, I don't know, but we'll have to see the changes.
Because his back ends too, when he late game, he still keeps the 20 extra attack speed.
Yeah, that's true.
His is big. His is a 20 increase. All the rest of them, minus Gyro, are less. Gyro.
25 on Gyro.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Gyro might come back solely off this reason. Slark might come back. Silencer's going to be a better support. Marauda's going to be huge. This is so big. Broodmother, Absolution's going to use all the time because she's going to attack super fast.
These are all big. She's a niche pick, but she's still a niche pick.
Every hero except Crystal Maiden is big here.
I'm not gonna. I'll try and shut up.
What are we going to say, Venomancer?
No, Broodmother. Just wait.
All right.
Okay. Heroes can now have non-standard base mana regen. They've been working up to that. We kind of knew that. We don't know. I don't know what the standard was.
0, perhaps.
I don't know. Lich has a. I'm assuming that. I think it was point. I don't know. It has to be a number that's not here because they wouldn't list it.
It probably is 0.
It probably was 0. So these heroes got buffs. Then Techie's had a huge one at 1. That's so big. It's gonna help him a lot actually. He's going to come back a lot more now. It's going to be easier for him to put mines down and stuff.
Hey, you know who's going to be playing it.
Yeah. Zeus says that's pretty nice, the 0.25. It just helps. Shadow Fiend 0.3 helps. Tinker 0.25 helps. Item. Observer Wards are 50. Oh my god. What? That's so big. This is so happy for supports.
It's a patch for the supports.
Gold bounty increased from 100 per point plus 2, 100 plus 4. That just means they matter a little bit more later. XP bounty increased from 50 plus 4, 50 plus 6. I mean, it's just nicer late game when you deward. It's actually so meaningful. Sentries cost 75. Bye, Ricky. Now the stock limit. Oh. Max limit of 10, starting capacity of 4, replenish rate of 70 seconds. So they're up pretty frequently, though. This does mean, though, that you're going to expect people to buy sentries more, because considering the fact that they do have a max limit, people are going to be very over the top about not hitting the max limit, because that's very important for overall efficiency.
That's just sad. I can't buy as many sentries as I want now.
Yeah. They're cheaper, though. The initial 10... I don't think this is going to be a problem. I don't think you're ever going to be like, oh, I don't have enough sentries in stock. Like, the initial 10 minutes stock now provides 2 tomes. And now has a 5-minute use cooldown, meaning the same person can't use them, right? So I couldn't buy both of the tomes at 10 minutes.
Yeah, you can buy both, but you can only use once every 5 minutes.
Right, and that would disincentivize you to buy both because it's going to be until 15 minutes so you can use it.
That's not a bad change because both position 4, position 5 can get them.
Big.
One of them.
Scotty, slow duration changed from 5 to 3. That's a really big nerf to melee and a small buff to range.
Buff the range, yeah. Medusa is going to be big on that.
This is big on Medusa, and this sucks for anti-mage and stuff. I honestly, I'll read the rest of it first. Slow amount reduced from 35 to 20 when used against melee heroes. Increased from 35 to 45 when used against ranged heroes. So now it's...
That's against, though.
It depends who you're hitting. That's weird. Attack speed slow now matches the movement slow values above.
Okay, so 20% slow attack speed as well.
So hitting melee heroes sucks now.
It does
Being a
not
melee
suck
hero
that
and hitting melee
badly.
hero sucks. I'm not gonna buy the Stance
It's-
Mage anymore. I'd rather just get a heart and get like butterfly and stuff.
It's not as bad as you think. I mean, Slug is still gonna get it.
If your range is
regardless.
better and hitting range heroes is better. So if you're a
I would
melee hero
say-
hitting range, it's fine.
I would say if your attack speed is not high enough, you shouldn't be buying this.
Helm of the Dom now has a 30 gold recipe. That sucks. It needed a nerf.
300 gold recipe.
I said 300.
You
You
said
said
30.
I think I said 300. I think I slurred, but whatever. I'm hovering over it. HP Regen Aura reduced on Pipe and Insight. Good. We need Aura nerfs to be honest with you. It's only 1, but it still matters.
It's
HP
still
Regen on
strong.
Mechanism reduced by 1. That's also big.
Still strong.
Same buff. It gets back into Guardian Greaves. The threshold bonus armor reduced from 15 to 10.
That was too strong. Yeah.
That's so big. That's so big. When you're
was
below
too
the
strong as
threshold of
well.
health, 20%, you got 15 armor. That's so stupid. 10 is probably still a lot, but whatever.
Still okay. Still manageable. So.
General nerf to the auras here. Movement speed bonus increase from 25 to 30 of Mask of Madness. That's really big, actually. That's huge for like people like Sniper too, because he runs around like crazy. Rod Atos, strength and agility reduced by 2 each. That means that it's less likely to give you health pool and armor.
It's still a strong item though.
It's supposed to incentivize into heroes to get it, I think.
It's
Because
more
heroes
it's
that
still
weren't able to grabbing it.
I mean, still Viper and Razor are still gonna grab
They
it.
still will. I'm just saying it's a nerf.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
still too good.
It's some good stats and a good effect for pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Mana regen reduced on drums slightly. That's just a minor nerf. It just stinks. You can't use this as a mana regen item as effectively now. Same thing on Vlad's. Wow, that's painful. That actually might make me not buy Vlad's and Ursa.
Yeah, but
it
here's
depends,
the thing.
but-
It's Vlad. You said that the last patch, and that's what I told you. It's still gonna be bought, and it still was bought highly. I don't think this is gonna change much. It might suck a
The
bit.
4
but
armor
it's
is the reason
still
people
too
are going to
good.
still pick it up. The 4 armor is
It is still too good. It is still good.
The
I'm
4
not gonna say.
The 4 well, no, I mean if I'm Ursa, I want to support to buy it now.
You can still buy on Ursa because you got the 3 mana regen talent anyway. So
Yeah, but then why go? I don't know. It's still fine. It's just not as great.
it's
Heal
not
reduction
very
reduced
good.
from
It
70 to
still gives you
60.
Aura. Yeah.
Okay, so this is less of a counter to healing heroes now. It does
Okay,
less
what-
damage as
Are you
or
on
no.
Spirit Vessel, right?
Yeah. It's just a nerf to the heal counter, and it doesn't do as much damage to current health.
Well, this basically buffs up heroes like Husker and what you call Oracle.
Oh, Wraith Band attack speed bonus reduced. Please stop buying 3 Wraith Bands. 2 will be sufficient. Thank you.
Yep, 2 is enough.
Fix multiple Bloodstones, stacking the mana regen. So it's just a bug.
Bye bye Storm.
Well, you shouldn't buy multiple Bloodstones.
No,
anyway.
Storm Spirit was being every game was like being I mean pro games wise they buy 3 Bloodstones.
Alright, Abaddon, we already knew about the attack. Rework Scepter upgrade. While Borrowed Time is activated, anytime an ally takes more than 525 damage within the range, an individual Mist Coil will automatically fire towards that ally.
Ooh. Ooh.
So it doesn't do the...
It doesn't reduce damage anymore.
That
no.
sucks. It's still big, it'll still heal,
It's
but it's
meh
too
at
slow.
most, but
It's too slow because you can nuke people down near Abaddon now, because if you kill them too
yeah,
fast,
because it's
it doesn't
fired-
even
it's
shoot out.
fired towards allies.
Right,
It's
it doesn't
fired.
hit them instantly. The range was also nerfed on Mist Coil dramatically. Wow. That's
okay,
huge.
that's a massive thing, by the way.
That's
because
massive. You
because
can't pick off. You
usually
can't get kills that you couldn't reach through melee anymore as easily. You can't chase like and just Mist Coil someone to death. You can't kill your ally from far range and be safe.
Yeah, here's the thing. If an ally is in trouble, if I'm running towards them, I usually miss coil first before I put the Vortex Shield. Because it has a bigger range. Now, they're about the same range, so...
And they changed the 75 Mist Coil heal to damage plus 60. Oh, sorry, they reduced it. I'm sorry. Okay, so the Mist Coil heal damage went from 75 to 60. I misread that. Okay. So that kind of sucks too. 15 off the heal and damage, which hurts because obviously it would affect his Aghanim's because it's at the current level of Mist Coil.
Oh my god, I just looked at the next
Scepter upgraded Alk. With Scepter equipped or synthesized,
Oh
you
my
gain a
God.
bonus plus 30 damage and 6% spell amp for each Scepter that you gave allies at any point in the game.
It gives you incentive to buy Scepters for everyone.
That's pretty big. I mean, Alk can start stacking damage for buying Scepters and other people.
So, okay, you buy, it's times 5, basically. So you got 30% spell amp, and you've got, how much
Go ahead,
is
ask
this?
me. I know what question you're going to ask me. Am I going to get a first Scepter on myself on Alk anymore? No.
It's 150 damage extra and 30% spell amp. That's a massive, man.
I'll give it to other people. Ice Vortex mana cost was reduced. I hate AA. Please no.
Yep.
Ice Blast can no longer be seen on the minimap by enemies if they have true sight. I have noticed that before. I'm glad they fixed that.
Oh, that's nice. That is nice.
That was stupid.
No, because if you're hitting it towards the fountain, you usually can see it before it arrives.
I see a disgusting change coming in, by the way. AA, this is just a fix, and I guess Ice Vortex should be cheap. Added Scepter upgrade anti-mage. It's back, but different. Mana Void kills now add plus 70 seconds to the highest cooldown ability on the enemy hero. Cooldown starts once the enemy respawns. Increases the stun duration by 1 second if the target dies during this period. It is still counted as a Mana Void kill. So.
Yes, I'm going to throw up a little bit right now.
So, I don't see many reasons to get this unless you're against a team who has a very big ult that you need to stop. Example, Necro. Necro scythes your ally. If you have an Ags and you kill him with Mana Void, his scythe starts on cooldown.
Plus 70, whatever it has. So let's say they have...
And the cooldown starts once they respawn. So what's a scythe's cooldown? It's like 70 seconds, right?
It's more than that.
90 or something? I don't know.
It's about 90, I think.
It'll start when he spawns at 160 seconds. When
you have to remember, though, it's not like that how it works. So let's say the scythe is like 20 seconds still on cooldown. It's only 90 in total.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying this could be a counter to some heroes. Tinker.
So it's not. It's actually 2 minutes.
If it's his ult, if Tinker happened to be, I guess it's not high
cooldown.
2 minutes.
No. It's
not a high cooldown.
It's the highest cooldown ability. Yes.
Yeah, it won't work against Tinker.
It is actually pretty shit against Tinker. I'll be honest. I mean, unless
no, Dracus. He can only put 1 on each, so that's 5.
Mm.
It's only ones that he gives to them as a buff. Turn rate improved by 0.6 to 0.7. That's makes him faster when he turns. That's nice for Arc Warden. Fixed Tempest Double, being unable to activate runes. Good. Added Scepter upgrade, grants a new ability, Rune Forge. Creates a random rune in front of you, cooldown 60.
What?
The selection of runes include bounty and power-up runes.
What? He can get that item pretty
so
quickly.
So him and his duplicate get that, right?
Yes.
Doesn't say that it doesn't. Yes. So he has a high chance to just get bonus gold from Scepter.
Hey, that's why the double being unable to activate runes was fixed.
Yeah. So
here's the thing: he's definitely gonna get X pretty quickly as well because you're gonna get double
minus X
anyway.
I can't say why you wouldn't do it. I can't see why you wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Minus then Eggs.
I mean,
because you get extra gold from the eggs.
Maybe you get Midas, then get Maelstrom, and then get eggs. Because you still need...
Increases attack speed talent and Spark Wraith cooldown talent. That's so big. Our Arc Ward is going to be huge. He was already relatively strong, just with some problems in implementation. This is so big. I don't think... Scepter's a little bit of a niche pick, I think, but like I could see the combos for sure. Axe. Base damage increased by 3. That's really big for laning. Base armor increased by 1. That's so big. Scepter. Now causes Battle Hunger to be a 400 AoE target ability. Debuff still reduces enemy damage by 30%. Instead of when he ults someone and kills them. That's actually way better, by the way.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Battle Hunger gives half speed when used on creeps, so he can't abuse it by using it to run after people.
Mm-hmm.
Good. This is a good change. This is so big. Him having the base damage means he can kill a lot easier because he's hitting you while your battle, when like early game when he calls you and starts hitting you. But also the armor means he's not going to die under tower and stuff as easily, even though towers war buffed. Brain Sap Scepter now also reduces cast points by 50%. That's his cast point, right?
Yep. So its cast animation
is so fast.
Completely is reduced by half.
That's so fast.
It's pretty quick.
And people attack speed reduction up to 125. That's big. He's such a counter to right clickers. That's so huge. Because you can't even kill him because if he does decide to buy an Ags by some crazy chance or gets one through like the Roche or something, he's just always healing himself. Just 300, okay. 300, 300, like, and you have no damage.
I just looked at something 2 heroes now, so don't worry.
Yeah, Firefly cooldown was increased. Good. Batrider can't abuse Firefly to Farb as early. Flaming Lasso Scepter's secondary search radius was increased. Good. He should be able to get an easy double lasso. It's stupid how that radius is. Just a nice fix. I don't think this is going to bring Batrider into like a different space than he is now. He's just a little bit better.
Oh, that's just sad. No.
Beastmaster. Wild Axes have no cooldown and can be used again once they have returned. So as long as they return, you get them back. So you can just spam them, which is good because they give you extra damage to the target. That's what they do.
You have to remember though, you got with that you got rid of what you call the range and the cooldown for his ult.
That's fine. Instead of wild axe damage, it's attack damage for the boar. The wild axes were put back. That's better though. You'd rather that because you want the wild axe damage to be maximum. So even though it gets put later, you're not gonna get an axe until that point anyway. So they do a lot of damage. You could really spam damage fast. This is really big.
I mean, you're not gonna get a wild axe's damage anyway because the other talent's 500 health and the other one for the boar is 6 armor.
I think that Beastmaster should buy Ags. I think this is actually really big because you stack the damage so that your like a Necro units and summon units do extra damage. That's what they do. So you can just get
it's physical damage though. You have to remember that.
Yeah, it's about the debuffs though. It gives a debuff where you take more damage from Beastmaster and his allies, his minions. So you just keep stacking that. That's really big. Bloodseeker agility growth was nerfed. Thank goodness. Bloodright mana cost was decreased. Rupture is now lethal again.
I'm gonna cry.
Deals 30, 45, 60 of distance moved as damage. Has 8, 10, 12 second duration.
To be fair, he wasn't playable when his rupture wasn't lethal.
Good. Keep him out. I don't want to see Bloodseeker ever. I hate that hero.
It's about this. This is about the same as it was before, right? What's the difference as it used to be? It used to do about this damage, didn't it? Or did it go up to 75? Maybe it was 75. It was 75%.
I mean, realistically, what difference does it? It didn't make any difference because as soon as it got to the point where he could chase you, he was moving at 5,000 move speed towards you anyways, and you were just dead.
Yeah. Janata damage was reduced. Thank goodness. Screw you. I know it's 10 at all levels, but I don't care. Shuriken Toss Scepter now also increases cast range from 400 to 800. That's needed. I can't complain about that. It's kind of stupid how close you have to be to Shuriken when you have aggro people.
Level 20 talent.
Shuriken does more damage. That's
I mean, it's
great.
a choice of either that or more gold stolen.
Yeah, no one's gonna pick this. That's not true. People will pick it, but I'd rather them take this. I'm just glad Janata does less. This is a little harder for him to get early. Thunderclap damage reduced.
Early game.
Just a little bit.
Early game though. That's about it.
Promise Split Scepter now also grants Brewlings 100 move speed. That means the Scepter is so good. So good. That's so huge. That is so big. They're so fast. They're already
also,
kind of speedy.
Yeah, but they also have all the skills. Like the Earth one has Thunderclap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like they're so fast. That's so big. They're so big I'd empty my nose. I can't even believe that. Like they just chase you wherever they want. Sorry.
They already did.
No, I am way worse. Alright, Bristleback. Armor. That's cool. I guess he needed it. He's kind of in a weird spot. Warpath damage per stack was increased. That's pretty big, actually. He hurts. Especially for pushing towers, because he gets it on towers, too. Viscous Nasal Goo Scepter AoE was increased notably by 75. Wow. Ags is actually kind of okay now. I'm not saying I'd take it, but...
I wouldn't build it on him until much later, anyway.
Yeah. This is really nice, though, the Warpath and the Bristleback. It actually makes him... as long as he's not broken by Silver Edge or something, he's actually pretty scary. Like that's all, like the armor just makes him just that bit harder to kill. And the Warpath stacks mean like he does a lot actually. It only looks like 4 at level 6, but like every time he casts a spell, so 4, 8, like 12 more damage than he used to get. Broodmother base attack speed was increased. We know that. Added Scepters upgrade. Increases spin web max count from 8 to 20. Movement speed bonus from 70 to 100%. So instead of a flat 70, it's 100%, or it was 70% before? I don't know. I think it was 70%, actually.
Yeah, I think 70%.
Yeah, so it's 30% extra move speed and removes movement speed limit. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That's fun, isn't it?
Oh, God. So basically, if you're playing a more split-push Broodmother, Aghanim Scepter is for you. It seems like a waste for someone who's going to do more fighting just because like the move speed can help. But it's a lot of money to put into that.
I don't know, man. Those fountain dives now.
Oh, absolutely, get it. Yeah.
Zip in, zip out. You're playing freaking ludicrous speed Broodmother.
Well, you're a Bloodseeker speed Broodmother.
You're fat. You're almost faster.
He removes the speed cap when he has.
Yes, I know, but she gets it like
the thing is,
20 webs.
20 webs.
You have the entire map. You literally just go. I'm gonna go from my fountain to the enemy fountain.
No, it's not the entire map. It's about.
I know, Falcon. I'm exaggerating.
Centaur got armor too. A lot of the solo offlane type heroes got armor. Talent increased from 70 retaliate damage to 80. That he does so much
Yeah, I
damage.
don't think anyone goes for that. I think.
He does a lot of damage
Let's
though.
go.
The armor's nice for the offlane though. Strength gain reduced on
Ooh,
Chaos
what's the
Knight.
other one?
That was needed. He's really strong. 0.3 isn't even a lot. It was needed. Chaos Bolt
Used-
minimum damage was
okay.
increased. Ooh, that's really nice.
It's a buff to Chaos Ball overall.
Chaos Bolt maximum damage increased at the late levels. Nice. Minimum stun changed so that it's not
0.25.
just one. Yeah, that's nice. So it always does a higher minimum stun.
Come on.
I love that. Chaos Bolt maximum stun changed to also be better, except at level 3.
And
Cooldown was increased. I mean, this is nice. I love Chaos Bolt level 1. It's even better now. Like, that's big.
It's still a value spell. I only
Phantasm
keep it at
Scepter
level
now
1.
also reduces incoming illusion damage from 260 to 180.
Still wouldn't think of getting
So-
Scepter until much later anyway.
Yeah,
so.
but I could see it just because you get the illusions could be really strong.
I mean, incoming damage is fine. I still like the damage you dish out more than
Yeah,
incoming damage
agreed.
anyway, so...
Holy Persuasion provides a 10, 15, 20, 25 bonus movement speed to converted creeps. They're really fast.
Too bad
Divine
you can't
Favor is now a passive aura. Provides 1, 2, 3, 4 HP regen, 8, 12, 16, 20 heal imp, and 4, 8, 12, 16 bonus damage for heroes. Your creeps get ×2 damage values. That means it's
Okay,
rough though because you're gonna push the lane like crazy with Divine Favor.
But here's the thing. You can't convert catapults anymore. There you go.
This is big. The heal amp is huge. He's a good combo with people like Necro and stuff. He's gonna be a much better team fighter now. Like that's what he's supposed to do, I think.
Divine Favor, but it's all about it.
Talent change from a Divine Favor cooldown to Divine Favor damage. That's just nice. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He's just a better team fighter. I think it's still worse overall just because you
You're
can't
still
push.
gonna rush Axe on him, so you can Holy Persuade when you call Ancients.
Yeah, I agree. Because I got the extra move speed too.
Imagine Ancients just pushing the lane on its own with Divine Favor.
Clinks. Scepter upgrade creates 2 skeletons near Clinks when exiting Windwalk. It's Skeleton Walk, not Windwalk.
Right,
Unless they
the old
changed.
name is Skinwalk. The old name is Windwalk, so they stuck with it.
When exiting, so when he comes into vision, there's 2 skeletons near him. Increases Windwalk speed by 30% and unlocks max movement speed. So basically, when he skeleton walks, he just disappears.
He basically zooms all over if he wants to.
And whenever he reveals, there's 2 skeletons to help him.
I do not like this remove max movement speed on multiple
Me too.
heroes.
Burning Army base attack time changed to be better at level 6, the same at 12, worse at 18. Fair. Burning Army units damage from 100% of your base damage to 80, 100, 120. So they attack a little slower.
Later.
Yeah, they attack a little slower when you're level 3 ult, but at least they do more damage. Talent reduced from plus 30 searing arrows to 20. Good.
That's fine.
This is overall a buff, I would say, honestly, just as because the Ags is actually potentially viable.
I would still want to get Axe.
And I think Burning Army is fine.
Yeah.
Clockwork base armor increased by 1. I don't think that's going to bring him to disastrously back in the
No,
meta.
there's no way.
But
The
it's
problem
nice.
is his cogs. The problem is his cogs. That's about it.
Attack point improved on Crystal Maiden, so she attacks like faster, basically. And base attack time was
Much
increased.
faster now.
So
Much
base attack
faster.
so she attacks faster. That's really nice for her. Good trading.
Imagine the damage she can get.
Strength reduced by 3 for Darkseer. Ow, that's a lot. That's 60 health. And some.
In case you haven't known,
magic
Darksteel
resist.
is nerfed every patch. Has been nerfed
Should
every
be.
patch, by the way.
They changed the talents around a lot. 100 ion shell damage. Oh, that's gross.
But
That's
no,
because
but
they
here's the
brought
thing.
it back from 25 down. Okay, good.
Yeah.
They moved the forward today we surge to 25 because that's where it belongs. And they just removed the 15% cooldown reduction altogether. Good.
You still, I think you'll take the Iron Shell damage though. That's just massively big.
Added scepter upgrade for Dark Willow. This is a lot. Link Salt's good. I like it.
Oh my god. Jeez. Alright.
Attacking no longer takes you out of Shadow Realm. Each attack still has a bonus damage based on the duration. So she can get a lot of damage really fast. Core
Yep.
Dark Willow could do that. More gold on the talent. Instead of Shadow Realm max
Oh.
damage, which would be broken with Ags, it's got changed to a better
Yeah.
Bramble Maze, so supports will really appreciate that because Bramble Maze is actually pretty good. Being able to throw them down consistently is nice. So support Dark Willow is better in general, especially because the gold. And carry Dark Willow can actually buy Scepter as a potential item. Shallow Grave Scepter radius increased, so it's
Yeah.
easier to do shallow on everybody. Gross.
Yeah.
Scepter for Death Prophet.
They very rarely go what you call X anyway. Very rarely.
Anytime an enemy is affected by... It's affected, not effected. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Affected by your spells. Carrion Swarm, Impact. They just, like, completely misnamed their own spells, by the way. It's Crypt Swarm. They've done this a couple times. There's so many bugs.
They're naming it all Dota 1 stuff.
I know, there's so many, like, mistakes in this.
Gee, maybe
Silence, Spirit Siphon. Or when you attack an enemy, attack an enemy too, a ghost will fly out and hit the enemy for double the usual damage, then return to you with life. And they apply 100% slow point. What?
Explain to me how this isn't absurd.
I can't. It is. It's absurd. Literally, Death Prophet's in a fight, already Spirit Siphoning, and uses ult. Already getting health back on a consistent basis.
No.
No, I'm adding this together. Already ulting, already getting health back. Already ridiculous, right? Add on, she's attacked you. A Crypt Swarm comes out, does double damage, and gives her twice the health because it's done double damage. She casts her ability, her Crypt Swarm, which to my understanding, it's the impact. That's what it says, Carrion Swarm impact. So if you hit 2 heroes, that's 2 ghosts.
Yep.
They come back and give health. She continues to attack and gets health. She throws a silence. The debuff is what it says. So every hero silenced. 3 hero silence, that's 3 ghosts. They all do extra damage, so number 1, she'll kill you faster, and she gets all the health back. And she has an Octarine Core. Absolutely, Dracus. Absolutely. What?
Yeah.
I don't, and it slows you, so you can't even leave. You can't run away. It's 100% slow. And Crypt Swarm's cast point, of course, was reduced, so it's faster. Of course.
This is just gonna make.
That's huge. Scary. That is the biggest ag exchange I've seen so far. Minus
it's
maybe out.
Scariest thing I've seen.
Talent for Disruptor. A new raid boss, exactly. Instead of -3 kinetic field cooldown to -4. That's nice. That's just quality. Devour now has a creep level limit. 3, 4, 5, 6. You can't.
Yeah, so you can't devour big creeps. Yeah, early.
They're gonna have to nerf. I don't believe that's fair, Thor. They're gonna have to nerf her, honestly. So that's nice. You can't eat big creeps early. Talent increased from 130% cleave to 175, so right-click Doom is more viable.
This one's interesting. The next one, that is.
Added Scepter upgrade. Adds a 4th level of Elder Dragon form, a Black Dragon. Eating Scepter increases the level of your ultimate by 1. Black Dragon has 50% more corrosive damage, splash damage, and slow amount, so it's huge. It also increases your attack range to 600 and grants you 30% magic resistance.
Just want to point out all the cosmetics out there, by the way, that have all the Dragon Knight cosmetics. They're gonna have to add one more.
They will. That's big. That's so big, dude. Like,
I'm staying.
The extra attack range is huge. The extra corrosive damage is minor, but helps towers because it affects towers. Splash damage means he just shreds teams if they're together, and the slow means you can't run away. You cannot. Like, that's so big. That's a huge ags. That's a huge. I would buy that on Dragon in almost every game.
Say yes.
Later, obviously, because you have to have level 3 ult anyway, so it's an after 18 item. But like,
well,
that
except
is
for
huge.
except for the fact that it says it adds to the level of your ultimate. So you have level 6, you have a level 12 ultimate.
That's a good point. Okay, I appreciate that you're hearing, Furry. That's a good point. You can just jump up. I might buy it around level 12 then, because you can get the ice one really fast, which is huge because it's slow. Jaw Ranger. Marksmanship no longer instantly kills ancients. It still does damage and pierces. Marksmanship now only pierces base armor, not total armor. Oh, bye, Drow. Oh, goodbye. That is a bigger nerf than I expected. That is huge.
No, I'm happy with this. See you in 1 year. That's all I can say.
Yeah, you know what? I'm still gonna fucking play her, so deal with it.
Granted, she is better than before they gave her new ult.
Yes.
But significantly worse than when they gave her new ult.
Of course.
I don't care. I still hate the part where if she gets punished for bad laning, she still comes back so quickly.
She's still gonna kill creeps fast because marksmanship does do damage and all. And creeps mostly just have base armor, so it's almost like an instant kill to most creeps just because it's 0 armor and she does the proc.
I fucking
but
hate
ancients, except the armor giving creep, which is the dragon. Except the dragon, which gives armor to all of them, which would remain. It's like a 2 armor buff or something, or 3 armor buff. Besides that, they will have 0 armor when Jeep procs on them. which means she will kill them fast, just not
That
instantly.
doesn't matter. At level 6, she doesn't proc every time because it's 20% the proc.
No, I know. I'm just saying that you she'll still kill ancients kind of
I'm
fast.
still happy that she's. If not, I'll nerf her more. I don't care.
I'm just
Nerf
talking about
her
base
even more.
armor because, and I'm assuming it's also armor from stats. Because that means an assault cuirass saves you. You know what I mean? Or like,
Oh, whichever. Alright, I'm gonna
guardian
follow
greaves
here.
saves you. Vlad saves you. Reworked scepter upgrade. Echo Stomp now causes you to become spell immune while channeling and for 2 additional seconds per affected enemy hero. So you hit them with Stomp. While you're doing the Stomp, you cannot be stopped. So no one can scythe you. So as you lift your leg up, you're now spell immune. And as it hits the ground, each hero hit gives you 2 additional seconds. So up to, of course, about 10 seconds unless they have a Meepo.
They have a meepo. You're immune for the rest of the game.
The only reason I would consider this even remotely beneficial is if you were a core Elder Titan who right-clicks. Why else does the spell immunity really matter for you, honestly? Like, can you think of one reason why it really matters? The only reason I can see it is if they're trying to interrupt you while you're stomping, but, like, I just don't see it. It's okay. Added scepter upgrade for Ember Spirit. Fire Remnant cast range is 3 times longer. Ooh. An initial Remnant movement speed is 2 times faster, meaning that, like, it goes to where it's supposed to be faster. Maximum number of charges increased from 3 to 5. Active Fire Remnant costs no mana. I would buy this in almost every game as Ember Spirit.
Yeah, that's a good.
The biggest way to nerf
effect.
to kill an Ember Spirit is slow him. Because when he throws out a Remnant that doesn't already exist, if he doesn't have one, like if you catch him like with his pants down or something, it runs away from him at his move speed, meaning it's slower. So it also tries to move where he's trying to jump really slowly before it gets there. Now that it moves 2 times faster, it'll actually get somewhere, even though you're slowed. Number 1. Number 2, you can cast it like way far away. So when you're chasing or something, which is a huge deal, you just like throw it a mile away. So you can chase people. The charge limit means you always have one like in base. Why not? You literally can always have one in base. And the fact that it costs no mana means you can spam like crazy with your other spells. I would buy this almost every game. It's huge. I can see Ember Spirits literally going. I know they've been buying Veil a lot. That's like a common build. Veil, Travels, Ags. I can't see how that wouldn't work. Do you agree, Falcon?
Falcon's not here anymore.
He left?
Yeah.
Did he say bye?
I don't know. I think he was going to have too many orgasms over Drow getting nerfed.
Yeah, fair.
I'm kind of sad, but hey, whatever.
Strength gain on Void was
still gonna
increased.
play her.
He kind of needed it. He's kind of squishy. His talent went up on strength. I don't think he needed that. Time walk cooldown talent. Come on. Does he really need the extra 0.5 seconds off time walk?
How about the extra attack speed?
It's 2.5 second time walk. I think. No, the cooldown's 6, I'm sorry. Right? So it's
Yes.
no, 4.5. It's 6. It used to be 4 back in the day. So it's 4.5 second cooldown on time walk. Like, come on. 40 attack speed to 45. That's minor, but it's nice. This is I don't know. I think I'll see a little bit more Void, but not dramatically so. Scepter to Grimstroke. I'm sure it'll be very good. Grants you a new ability, Dark Portrait. Creates an ink illusion of a target enemy hero. Lasts 20 seconds. It's magic immune with 30% move speed. 30% move speed. So plus 30% move speed, so it's faster. It takes 200% incoming damage and deals 150% of outgoing damage. Cooldown 35. So this is a counter to big hitters. PA on the enemy team. You definitely pick this up. Easy. Hey, look, PA, it's you. And it's magic immune for the whole 20 seconds.
And
it's faster than you and does 2 times your damage.
No, 100.
Sorry, 150% of your damage. Have fun. Oh, and illusions can lifesteal, remember.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
So, like this
So wait,
is huge.
that means that it does have her crit and
It should.
yeah, and whatever item she has, right?
It should.
Same thing,
Items
okay.
shouldn't matter. I don't think.
I mean, it does everything that she did.
Yeah, it
is
basically
doing.
yeah, it'll hit so hard. So this is a counter to right clickers. This
Oh,
is so big.
God, that's disgusting.
Inkswell is now castable on allied spell immune units. This is just because it sucks to be Grimstroke and want to Inkswell like a Sven or something and realize he BKB'd and say, well,
Or I mean, And you also just Inkswell the illusion.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
Yep.
Here's PA, except she does more damage than your PA and is significantly faster. And if you move on her, you're gonna get hit with AoE damage and stunned.
What? And then she'll kill you because she'll just crit for 18 million % damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Base attack speed increased. We already knew that. Armor.
Why do they do
Huskar got some armor. That's kind of nice.
Oh, they give good stuff to people and wreck my heroes.
Berserker's blood regen increased. Oh, he's gonna. Oh my god, that's so big. 5 at all levels. That's so big.
Yeah, like he needed that. Fuck you, Huskar.
Inner fire cooldown was reduced as well.
Oh, why?
He's gonna
I
go
hate
ham.
Huskar.
This is so big. The
I
armor
hate
is huge
Huskar
for
so
Huskar. He
much.
needs the armor a lot because he's usually he gets nuked down by like heavy right clickers. That's usually his weakness. He has too much health to usually be bursted down by magic just because he has a big health pool. The extra regen is going to just keep him going longer in inner fire on the cooldown. It just means like even at just 1 second at that point, it's so hard for right clickers to stop him. This is huge. Base damage increased by 3. I'm assuming they changed exhort. Yeah, they reduced it by 1 at all levels. They did this once before and they just did it again. So it's equal. Because 1 on all those levels, you could have 3 exhorts, thus same damage. You will do the same damage with all the exhorts up that you would before. Here's the best part, though. That 3 damage is front-loaded. You don't need to have exhort out. You still get to keep the 3 damage. So, like, you will never do less damage, ever. It just means you're less reliant on the exhort to do your damage, meaning that if you're Quas or Wex, you still have some of that damage front-loaded, which is a huge buff to Invoker, actually. Talent increased from 30 Chaos Meteor content damage to 40. That's actually pretty big. And the 35 electricity damage to 45. That's huge. That's really big.
Invoker buffs, just what we needed.
I love it. IO Captain's Mode. Added Scepter upgrade. Spirits now passively spawn around you constantly every second. So you just always have spirits. Tether pull can now be interrupted if stunned during it. So if you start to tether to someone and you get stunned, you'll stop tethering. That's actually a huge nerf to IO. This is so big. That's his way out. He always just like tethers to people. If you can stop him, you can cancel the tether and he won't move towards it. So that's like a really big nerf. If you stun the crap out of him with range stuns. The spirits is weird. I don't really know like how I feel about that. It's strong.
Can you control them?
Yeah. It means you can put them in and out like always.
That's odd.
It's
That's
strong, but I don't know if I'd buy it. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem.
Honestly, that sounds like a pain in the ass to micromanage your infinite spirits.
Oh, you just always assume you have them, so you just say now and not whenever you feel like.
Well, yeah, I know, but it just feels annoying to me.
I just guess an IO core, I guess, can go magic build instead of right click. Liquid fire effect still impacts the area when the target dies or the attack is evaded. So even if you hit a PA who has evasion, you'll still hit everybody around them with liquid fire. That's a really big buff, actually. That's good for Shakira. Caudal, here we go. Scepter now causes Illuminate to not require channeling, like it used to do back when you had your Ags. And it still provides the heal bonus, meaning the Caudal can back up and do other spells.
Yeah, and now get ready to throw up.
Chakra Magic can now be cast on enemies, placing a debuff that drains 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5 of current mana per 100 units moved. Last 5 seconds. So, it's Mana Leak.
Yeah, it's Mana Leak. It doesn't stun, fortunately.
It does not stun. That's a good point. It doesn't stun.
But it's still
It's Mana Leak without the stun. And it's of current mana. Didn't it used to be... It was max mana,
It was max before.
It's a much weaker version of Mana Leak.
But it's still Mana Leak.
But it's nice. I'm going to be honest. This is kind of what Caudal needed. I always try to be nice. Well, you don't get stunned. You can just run out of Wisp. This doesn't stop you. You just walk out. You can have 0 mana. It doesn't stun you. It doesn't say that it does. Yeah, but I'm just saying you can still leave. You're incentivized not to leave. So this is what Caudal needed, because Caudal wasn't really the best hero. He was fine, but he wasn't as strong. His ult was really what kept him in the game. Having the ability to have some utility with Chakra Magic, that it's not just like, oh, I give my team mana. I can now also be a counter to heroes whose mana pools are low. So, like Mars. Mars needs his mana desperately. If you cast Chakra Magic on Mars, now he can't initiate as easily because it's like, oh, I initiate, but I can't actually follow through. This is putting Coddle back into the meta, in my opinion, because Scepter is now a niche pick for split pushing, because now you can actually go to a lane and drop an Illuminate and drop drop whatever you need to do and leave and not get killed. So it's going to help you with your split pushing. I wouldn't buy it every game. I do not think it's as good as old Coddle ult because it doesn't have the same effects of like the vision, the day vision, and all that nonsense. But I think this is a niche pick. I do not think Scepter should be bought every game. Right. I don't think that, I don't want you to believe that Scepter is the answer to all problems now, because just having the channel, like not needing a channel, is not the best thing. I think this change to Chakra Magic is way bigger. This is going to put Coddle back in the meta because now you can counter so many heroes like Pudge, Mars, other heroes who have big mana pools. They waste a lot. I like this. Legion just got an armor increase. That's just nicer for duels. It's harder to die. Strength gain increased on Lina by 0.2. And turn rate was improved by 0.1. So she just turns faster and has more health. That's really nice. That's going to really improve the mid lane a lot, actually. The extra health means she can trade. So I see a lot of times in higher level games, Alina will trade with the enemy mid and win by like just a little bit of health. She now has even more health to do that even more often. Finger of Death damage per kill reduced from 50 to 40.
Needs to be more than that.
We're going in the right direction anyway. I think it needs to be more too, but I'll take what I can get. Strength gain increased from 2.4 to 2.7. Lone Druid is tankier. True Form health bonus increased from 3 to 900 for 3 to 1100. So late game, there's actually reason to be in True Form. It's a lot of health. I think this means that Lone Druid in True Form will actually be unreasonably tanky. I think the bigger change, the strength gain, means that Lone Druid, when using the link that makes Bear lifesteal for Lone Druid, means Lone Druid has more time to like get Bear healing because you have a bigger health pool. It's not a huge change, but it's nice. Luna base damage increased by 4. Last thing is dying is easy now. So easy. That's so big. That's going to get Luna back in the meta. That's huge. The kill potential and everything. Like, I love that. I love that. She needed it, but I love it. Scepter upgrade for Lycan. Causes one of the 3 creep waves to include 2 wolves. You cannot control the wolves, but they considered your units. These wolves have the same movement speed as lane creeps. Talent increased from 8 to 10 feral HP regen. So that basically means that if you buy Ags, it's just saying, let's push. It's kind of crappy that you can't control them, but your stats will affect them. So, like, any of your passives and things that affect the wolves will affect them.
That honestly feels like putting super creeps in a lane.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of whether you have them there or not.
Absolutely. It does mean the enemies can farm them easier and get some money. But,
yeah,
like...
But the amount that it's going to push is absurd.
If you wait till you have some tier 2s to get this, I can see this being a really strong strat because you can't possibly control all the lanes because you have to go answer it now. The tower won't handle it. Those extra 2 creeps, if he howls, are going to, like, destroy the lane. You have to answer. And also you can trick people because Lycan's going to want to go with his own wolves now because you can double up. But will he be there? Who knows? Maybe he will, maybe he won't. So they're going to be like, maybe we can try to catch Lycan here because we can see the wolves because of a ward or something. But then he's not even there. Oh, that's true. Enchant and Shen can steal the wolves. That's funny. That's a funny interaction. I don't think it's super strong, but it's nice. Magnus, starting strength increased by 2. Makes him stronger in lane, just a little tankier, able to move on people. Shockwave Scepter max range was increased dramatically.
That's it.
And the speed was increased dramatically. I always told people Ags was okay on Magnus. Now it's good. Because it goes so fast, so far. Usually Thor, yeah, usually they can. Ooh, I love what I see already. I don't think this is going to change dramatically for Magnus. It's just nice. Added Captain's Mode. Base damage was reduced by 4. Screw you in lane. Base armor was reduced by 1. Screw you in lane. Added Scepter. God's Rebuke cooldown is now 1.4 seconds during Arena of Blood. Resets God's Rebuke cooldown when Arena of Blood is cast. So basically, you go God's Rebuke, ult, and now God's Rebuke is immediately refreshed to God's Rebuke again. And for the duration of Arena, which is what, like 6 seconds or whatever, you'll get another 3 God's Rebuke off. So just God's Rebuke.
It's 5, 6, 7.
Okay. So you'll probably get, because of that, you'll get about 5 God's Rebukes. Yes, they can, Thor. You'll get about 5 God's Rebukes in the same arena.
That's a
So if you're
little
going just
disgusting.
solely based around your ult and instant damage, like not like anything else, just like having like a big hit, I can see Ags working. Arena of Blood damage was rescaled. They do less when you get poked early game. They do the same late. Cast point was increased, so it takes a little bit longer for Arena of Blood to cast. Not to raise once it is cast, but it takes longer for him to cast the spell. And he gets less damage on his talent. It's overall a nerf, but I think the Scepter is totally viable because you could use God's Rebuke so many times. You can instantly heal too. You'll never die.
I mean,
you go with life steal, you'll never die.
You'll never die. I can't see that not killing anybody that's in there.
Agree. I'm gonna test it after this. I'm not gonna play any games because it's so late, but I'm gonna do a test in the just test a few heroes to see if the abilities work like how we think. I'm gonna do like an axe at 25 with full health and see if I can instantly kill him with like one item. Agility game reduced on Medusa, that was needed. Mystic Stick mana Steel talent was reduced too, that was also needed because she's too big of a counter to low mana heroes. I like this a lot. Base damage increased by 2 on Meepo, he's gonna come back to the meta, I think. Strength talent increased, that's big. Damage talent increased, evasion talent is increased. Meepo might be relevant again. I'm not sure, it's hard because he's so countered by some heroes, but like that's pretty big. We already know about the attack speed, but her attack point was increased too, which I think makes her attack faster, if I remember correctly. Starstorm Scepter upgrade trigger rate improved from 10 to 9 seconds, so it casts more often. There's a really big buff to Mirana overall. She's already good, and she's even better now. I don't know why. She's so good. I would actually probably play Mirana Roam now. That's why I should roam instead of Bounty Hunter. Since he got changed too, I should just play Mirana.
I'll play her mid.
Monkey King Ags. Spawns a monkey soldier near you every 3.5 seconds. These soldiers last 12 seconds. Soldiers do not spawn if you are invisible or on trees. These soldiers can attack any target, however they will not attack buildings if you are not within 500 range of them. It's like you can't walk within range and then walk out so you're out of the tower range and let them hit. So basically you always have monkeys around you. Always. Even without ult. And they happen in ult too. So...
that seems decent.
Yeah, it just basically means the Monkey King always got backup. I'd have to see it in game, but that'd be a lot of damage if he's stacked.
I mean, with it happening 3.5 seconds and it lasting 12,
you have
could
3
have
people.
A lot. Yeah, you could
Always.
have that many out, and you just have to. It's the same as with the ult. You can't fight anywhere near him.
That's true too,
Like,
Jack.
anywhere
I don't know if
near
they
where
look like
he's
illusions though. It says Monkey Soldier. They probably look different than Monkey King, so I don't think you could. I don't think they look like him. I'm not sure though. We'll test that. Adaptive strike damage reduced. Good. It takes a while to get online. Scepter upgrade. While morphed, you gain 35% cooldown reduction, plus 50% mana cost reduction, and 600 cast range. So I'm going to be honest with you. I talked about a support morphling before where you morph into teammates and take all the morph talents and literally don't buy care items and just worry about like Kaya and stuff and be the enemy team but better than them. It's like, I'm Lion, but better. Without the finger, but whatever. Like have Octarine Core, so everything's a lower cooldown because you can afford it. Adding this, so like literally just one item gives you cooldown reduction, mana cost reduction, and cast range. The dream is here, guys. Like, I totally believe you could play support Morphling and just buy an Aghanim Scepter, and then eventually buy a Kaya maybe or something, in 100%.
I'll be playing Morphling support next ranked game we play.
Okay. Morph no longer is Dispels Your Hero. Good, it shouldn't have in the first place. Nature's Prophet got another base damaging. Reduction. Oh, I thought it was increased. Oh, thank goodness. He does less damage, so he's not as abusive. Nature's Call attack damage was reduced, so the trees don't do quite as much damage, just by a little bit early game, so it's a little bit less abusive in lane. This is really nice. He needed the base damage reduction, to be honest with you. It's harder for him to push early and harder for him to fight. Reaper Scythe respawn time was reduced at late levels, so it doesn't make you spawn as late, 10 seconds difference. That's kind of nice. Scepter upgrade for Night Stalker. Void is now applied in a 900 AoE around you. It increases the Void mini stun duration from 0.1 to 0.6 and reduces cooldown by 2 seconds. So when you cast it, it hits everybody, and it's 0.6 seconds stun in the damage, and the cooldown's lowered by 2 seconds, so it's pretty frequent. That's big. He's a big aura guy now. He's supposed to run in and just disrupt team fights. That's a huge... I would take that, actually. In a game where you need more lockdown, you come in with the silence so they can't stop you, and then you stun them too, because they're inside your silence, and you just fight the crap out of them. Like, that's really big. Nick's got a base strength reduction. Good. He's easy to kill in lane. Vendetta cooldown was rescaled. It's longer in earlier levels. Ooh. Ow. No, Nyx is going to take a while to get online now. And the movement speed talent was nerfed too. It takes a while for Nyx to get back to his former glory, to be honest with you. That's really big. 70 to 90, like, ooh. Multicast 2 times chance increased from 70 to 75. And the Fire Blast talent went up. I mean, Ogre is going to become more of a core every time I see the game now. Like, the 2 times on, like, Midas, which is the big thing. Now that it's a 75 instead of 70, it means Midas is even more profitable in Ogre. Because the chance of getting a 1 times Midas are even lower than it was before. Stupid. Guardian Angel Scepter now also provides 40 HP per second regen that affects buildings.
That is 320 health to every building on the map. At max rank.
That's disgusting.
200
You're counting the fact that when it gets Ags, the duration goes up, right?
No. Does it?
Yes.
How much does it go up?
To 12, I believe.
Well, there you go. That's 50% bonus.
Maybe I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it does.
I'll check.
Check. Yeah, go into the heroes. I'm pretty sure it goes to 12.
It increases it by 2 seconds at each rank, so up to 10.
Okay, 10. I see it now that I'm hovering over. So 10 seconds. So 400 HP to every building.
Every building, every hero.
It's like a channel. It's a channel and tree on everybody globally. That's huge. Yep. Ags is core. I'm saying that Ags is core. That is so big. 400 health in a team fight when like teams are actually close, like not like pubs, like low level pubs, but like serious games, is huge. It's already huge that you're immune, but 400 health as well because you can't even damage them because they're immune to physical. I guess you could nuke them down, but in theory they're going to heal all of that. Like if you're not going to kill them before the HP kicks in. They're going to heal all of that. So I
need to play Omni.
Base attack time. Imagine by the way, in a world where Chen's on your team too and has that HP regen aura.
I don't want to.
Oh yeah, Omni Refresher, of course. 400 health and you're immune to physical for 10 seconds. 400 health and you're immune to physical for 10 seconds. The game's over. Base attack time increased from 1.4 to 1.7. That means that Oracle attacks slower. He's no longer one of the fastest attack speeds in the game. Base attack times. And his movement speed talent was nerfed. He needed this. Oracle's really strong right now. This is going to really hurt his ability to trade in lane. Equilibrium now passively provides mana steal on all damage, not just spells. When activated, it triples the mana steal and slows enemies hit by your spell. So OD is unlimited mana forever.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, cool.
I mean, I get mana from last hits. That sounds pretty excellent to me.
Yeah. Added scepter upgrade. Shield Crash now casts a 2-attack swashbuckle every 90 degrees around your hero. Every 90? So that means in every cardinal direction, right?
Yeah, I think I'm assuming it means in each quadrant.
Yeah, that's what I think. Okay. And it's only 2, so it's not a full swashbuckle. So basically, he's going to shield crash. Alright, so he's going to want to take the talent that lets you shield crash, have a lower cooldown when you're ulting, and take this. Because he's going to shield crash, do AoE damage, and get 2 swashbuckles in every direction, which is still going to hurt. And then do it again in like 2 seconds. So he's going to be able to start spamming shield crash and doing damage. He's going to be like a walking explosion. Lucky Shot no longer has a chance to silence and now always disarms. Lucky Shot now reduces armor by 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
Disarm is pretty painful.
I like that better.
Disarm is painful, but at least you can actually cast spells and not get screwed. This is good for me as anti-mage too, because now he's not a counter anymore.
I mean, even thematically, it makes a lot more sense. There was no reason why he should have been able to.
This is a huge nerf. The armor's nice, but
that was just dumb.
Huge nerf. The nice thing is that Lucky Shot, now that it reduces armor, though, he's going to be more likely to instantly kill people by using the new Scepter. Which is nice. Alright, Scepter upgrade. Blur now has an instant cast time and applies a Dispel. Anytime you get a hero kill, your abilities are refreshed. Reduces Blur cooldown to 12 seconds. I mean, the refreshing of abilities isn't a big deal. The only abilities that PA has is Blink Strike and... Phantom Strike, I'm sorry. Phantom Strike, and Dagger, and Blur.
Blur
So-
is the only one that would even need to be reset because the others have like 4-second cooldowns anyway.
Well, a double dagger could be sick in theory. If you have triple dagger and you threw a dagger and killed somebody, you threw another triple dagger.
Yeah, but I mean,
I could see like stupid combos, right? Your whole team, all 5 of you walk out to fight. PA sneaks in from the side with Blur, throws a triple dagger, instantly kills your lion, throws a triple dagger, and now your Dazzle dies too because he got hit with both cleaves from all 6 daggers. Now throws another triple dagger and kills, like, I don't know, Silencer. Now the rest of you are running. You're alive, but 3 heroes died literally instantly because she got to throw 3 triple daggers. All
yeah,
with
I don't
cleave.
know. It seems a little janky to me, to be honest.
It is, but that's what I'm saying. It's supporting jankiness. You buy an ag to be janky.
I feel like the more important part of it is the blur cooldown reduction and that it applies a dispel.
The dispel's nice, but if you're buying a scepter, you probably already have a BKB anyway, so it's like you're already gonna be able to dispel yourself.
But that doesn't mean anything because the BKB runs out. You still gotta you're still able to remove something.
The instant cast time is nice. It's a nice item. I think you'd do it more for the jankiness, to be honest with you, because I think you could do this in other ways that are cheaper than 4,200 gold. But like, I would give this to my PA if I had the scepter buff from like Roche.
Well, I mean, again, you got to remember if you're going late game with it, she can just get the buff for it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I would get this as like a 6 or 7 item. Fair.
Yeah, you don't actually have to hold the Ags anymore.
Fair. All right, strength gain increase from 2 to 2.2 for Phantom Lancer. Agility gain increase from 3 to 3.2. He needed this. He's kind of like not really in the meta, so this is just a nice way to kind of put him back. Base strength increased by 2 in Phoenix. Nice.
I like that.
Supernova now causes your abilities to refresh on cast rather than at the end of the spell. Okay, so that means that if like you died and bought back, your abilities are refreshed.
Yeah, I mean, I think and then read the second one because that also is
Okay, that's relevant. Supernova Scepter now also allows you to cast Sunray and turn its direction while in Supernova. That's such a big buff.
That's so cool.
That is huge. I would buy Aghanims on Phoenix in most games because Supernova is one of the strongest abilities in the game for fighting. Like, that's so big.
And then you've got the percentage health damage and heal that you're just rotating around yourself. Yeah. Which, by the way, is a hilarious picture to me.
I know, I'm thinking that too. It's so stupid.
It's so stupid.
Intelligence gain increased from 3.1 to 3.5 on Puck. I said Puck's coming back. 2.2 to 2.4 on Strength. That's still not big. It's nice, but I don't think we're going to see a lot of Puck play. Phoenix is the Death Star, you're right. Base int increased by 2 on Pudge. Good! You can actually cast Hook now. Talent increased from plus 12% raw slow to plus 16%. That's really big. You can't run away from Pudge. That's huge. Pugna got some agility. That's nice. You can actually attack. Nether Ward mana loss increased by a little bit, so it actually drains mana a little bit more efficiently. That's nice, because this ability kind of sucked. It's just nice to see it better. Eye of the Storm Scepter no longer increases attack rate. Good. Eye of the Storm Scepter now hits up to 2 different unit strikes instead of 1. That's better, though, because usually Eye of the Storm is a problem for taking down towers, right? It does it too fast. It hitting 2 things, it can't hit 2 things if the tower is the only target. So it's harder for him to push solo targets, but it's better for fighting heroes. Because of 2 different ones. So I'd say this is a nerf overall to the Scepter, but it's fine. Base damage increased by 3 on Ricky. It's because Ricky sucks. It's fine, I guess. He does. He just sucks.
Good. Keep him out of my games, please.
He can't be played as a roamer, but he's just not amazing. Agility gain increased from 19 to... Basically just increased base agility and agility gain on Rubik. That's really nice, actually. He's going to be way better at trading. He's going to start almost one extra point of armor, I think. I think he will start with 1 extra armor. Thanks to the agility. So that's really big. Intelligence gain increased from 3.1 to 3.3. That's not really a big deal. A little bit of strength and agility on Shadow Fiends. It's just quality of life.
The mana regen, too. That's important.
Yeah, I know. We talked about it earlier in the game. I'm skipping those because they were up higher up.
Even so, I'm just saying that caught my eye.
Ether Shock. Mana cost was rescaled to be more expensive early. Good. It's such a good ability. Base attack speed, we talked about this, he's faster. Ancient Seal cast range was increased. I hate Skyrath. Gust of Shock mana cost was reduced at earlier levels. That's fair, because earlier levels you don't use it much anyway. That's fine. Ancient Seal, though, that's a big problem. You can cast Silence from a mile away. I hate that. Alright, before I look at Slardar's Ags, I already know it's going to make me sad, so I'm just ready to be mad. Silverine Crush now creates a puddle of water. I gotta
Yeah, that,
Okay,
that was, that was
Oh,
my reaction.
I didn't
too.
expect it to say a puddle of water. You know I haven't read this now because I really didn't expect it to say a puddle of water. A pool of water would have been like a cooler way to broach. No, it's a puddle. That is considered a It's a river. It's a puddle of water that's considered a river for bonuses. So like his running and stuff. Provides plus 25 HP regen, 12 armor, and 40% status resistance while in a puddle or river. In addition to the normal Guardian Sprint River bonuses, Puddle AoE is 550, which is pretty small. It lasts for 25 seconds. All I have to say here is that you can't take team fights against Slardar with Ags now in River at all. I do not think the Puddle is going to be a big deal, just because it's small and you can kind of team fight around it. But Slardar will hide on it if he's getting chased, for sure. Because status resistance means that he can get out of stuns. The armor means
How
he's
about
gonna
the
live.
HP regen?
HP
and
regen
armor?
is big. So you're gonna use it to get out of a fight, regen, and come back. Slardar's gonna be more like Slark in the sense of leaving, coming back in fights. And you can't fight him in the river. Impossible. You can't kill him. I'm just saying now. You can't win. So Ags is really good on Slardar. Guardian Sprint now passively provides an extra 5, 20, 35, 50 movement speed boost in the river with unlocked max speed rather than a fixed 700. That means he actually has to buy movement speed items. Otherwise, he won't have good movement speed. But because the max speed is unlocked with the right movement speed items, he's going to move real fast.
Oh, God, the talent.
Instead of extra crush stun, it's a lower cooldown. That's actually nicer, though, because the stun kind of sucks because you can't BKB. It's going to be easier to BKB after stun.
So Stardar with Eggs has with a 3.5 second cooldown on Slithering Crush. The puddles last for 25 seconds. He can make a freaking river to the enemy base and just do whatever the hell he wants because of how long they last.
That's true.
Like
so this is much better. This combos very well with the puddle, but at least you could BKB after Slithering Crush because he can't do a big stun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's it's an ebb and flow. It's kind of good, kind of bad. I think that the Ags is really good. I would take it almost every game on Slaughter, guaranteed. Shadow Dance passive health regen was rescaled to be significantly better early game. Of course. Oh my god. Oh, you're right, Dracus. Puddles in Roche.
Oh, jeez, I didn't even.
Yeah, he could take Roche really early, actually, because Slaughter ult is already really good for taking Roche. Yeah, if he had an Ags, he could take Roche whenever he gets it. Significant increase to the early game regen for Slark. That's so big. The Scepter range was increased by 100, meaning that Scepter might actually be picked up on Slark in one game, maybe. It's still a bad Ags, but it's better. I love this early game passive, though. This is so big for level 6 Slark. Scepter upgrade for Spectre. Grants you a new ability, Shadow Step. Allows you to perform a single target unit haunt.
That seems pretty good to me.
You have to see them, though. I figure, right?
Ward in the enemy jungle. Hey, look, one person farming. Pop in, kill him. Goodbye.
Here's the bigger one. I haunted. I move in, I kill someone. The enemy team moves on me. One of them is not there. I use Shadow Step to get out.
Yeah. No, that was
for free.
That's another one.
That's true too. Oh my god, the double Tinker initiation. I've seen it. You initiate on Tinker, he manages to blink. You then use Shadow Step and follow him again. That's big, actually. I think this is huge for Spectre. I don't know what item I would buy it on Spectre, like which order, but it's a good ability. I really do like it. The mana cost is a little scary, though.
If you're just going late game, all you need is the buff.
Yeah, fair. Base health regen increased from 0.75 to 1.25. Oh my god.
I hate.
Come on!
I hate Spirit Breaker.
Bulldoze status resistance increased notably at all levels, so he just has unlimited status resistance. Movement speed was increased slightly. Greater Bash stun duration was rescaled to be worse. Okay, that's good, right?
No.
The damage was rescaled to be higher early.
A lot higher.
Early.
But early is what matters.
Charger Doctor's mana cost was reduced at earlier levels. Nether Strike Scepter cast range was increased. Another Strike Scepter radius was increased. That's really big, actually, because he needs to hit more heroes with his Ags. I might actually pick up Ags in like 1 or 2 games in Spearbreaker now. Alright, so I love the lower bash duration, because that's annoying to be bashed so long. So this is really big for early game. But Bulldoze is so strong now. And the bash damage is kind of painful. It's not a big deal. It's not going to equal a lot of damage, because it's percentage of movement speed. So, like, it's only early, too, so, like, whatever. So I think bash was nerfed. But charge is lower mana cost, and he has more health. So that sucks. TA. Scepter. Grants you a new ability, Psionic Projection. Allows you to teleport to any Psionic trapped after a 2-second channel. Does not break melds. Cooldown 30.
I like it.
Detonates the Psionic Trap on arrival. Okay, I would like to point this out. You're pushing mid. You're a split pusher. Let's say, Chen. Why not, right? There's 2 examples I'm going to use here. Chen. You start to push on the high ground. TA starts channeling and you don't know that. TA lands on you. She wasn't there. You just saw her bottom. She only disappeared for a moment because she melted. She's now on you within 2 seconds. You take the damage from Trap because Trap does damage if it sits for a while. You take the damage from Trap and the slow. TA kills you. Yep. There's no way. TA then melds. Remember, if TA is in meld and takes AoE damage, that's not going to stop her from teleporting away to the next trap. You need to stun her. TA, that is an abusive Ags. That is almost as core as Blink Dagger on her. That's really ridiculous. Okay, imagine this. TA's chasing you. You get just out of range of her. She puts a trap ahead of you. Channels to the trap.
So correct me if I'm wrong here. This is a minor thing for it, but that does not break meld. Does that mean when she TPs to the trap, she's still invis, so you don't know if she TP'd to the trap or if she just detonated it?
Fair. You'd probably assume by whatever. You could bait people. Yeah, you could bait people. Just blow up a trap and don't be out of vision.
It's more of a like you say you blow up the trap, but people decide to stay because hey, there's 3 of them and the trap just detonated. Then 3 of your team members come out, and then suddenly you're in the middle as well.
Yep, absolutely. You could absolutely bait people to think you left. Certainly. That's big. This is a huge ability. That's huge. Terrorblade. After casting Metamorphosis, a wave travels outward in all directions, causing enemy heroes to become feared for 3 seconds upon impact. Wave starts traveling 0.6 seconds and has a travel speed of 1,000. Spell immune units do not get hit by the wave. Has a global sound effect. So basically, it's making meta protect you. Because Terrorblade doesn't have a problem chasing because he's relatively fast and his reflection slows people. So it's more of like saying, look, I'm fighting, someone moves on me, ult. Everybody turns away. Now he kills whoever he needs to kill, and then they turn back, but it's like too late. Oh, reflection no longer affects illusions. That's a big nerf. It does reveal who the real one is, though. So actually, this is a counter to illusion heroes, but a nerf to everybody else in the game who just might have illusions for some reason, like a Manta. Because it'll tell you which one's real, but it doesn't do the damage or slow to the other ones. So, I think the Ags is interesting. It's probably only good for heroes who jump against a team who jumps you a lot, though. You know what I mean?
Next, you don't want to be in the middle of.
Yeah, you don't really want to be in a situation where you're fearing them, and you need follow-up for it. But it would be good if they had people who needed to cast, like a Quap, right? Quap jumps you and you fear her. She can't blink because she's feared. So, like, if you have the follow-up to stun her after that, you're buying time, where she's just walking.
Yeah, it does have the 0.6 second delay before it starts traveling, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really love it. Gush. Scepter upgrade radius increased from 240 to 260. Distance increased from 1800 to 2200. So Scepter's a little better now. It's easier to just hit the whole team and armor shred them and damage them. That's nice. Strength growth. Timber Saw is tankier, more int, more armor. Spell Amp got moved backwards, but it has more Spell Amp. Mana regen at 10 is really nice, actually. That's huge.
They got rid of the XP gain.
And put health instead. The talent for reactive armor went up. He's so tanky. That reactive armor stacks is huge. If he gets hit that many times, he's immortal. And his strength at 20 is higher too. This is actually a nice change. People will miss the 25 XP talent, of course. But other than that, these are all good changes.
I mean, I'll be honest. This is because I just suck at playing. Is I hate XP talents because I feel like I need to get it for a lot of heroes.
They are good. I know when Tinker. I haven't even looked at him yet. I'm about to read it. I think this is a nice buff to Timbersaw. Intelligence. We like the base regen. Intelligence gain was increased. 6 spell amp to 8. That's really big. 75 cast range to 100. That's also very big. Those are both very good talents. I never used to take the cast range because spell amp is so big, but like 100 is nice for like a scythe or something. But also 8% spell amp is like, that's top notch right there. That's really strong. Tinker did not need this at all at any point in the game. Tiny can actually cast spells. Scepter. Tree Volley. You channel.
It's a funny ability.
Every 0.4 seconds, a random tree within your range will be thrown toward the targeted AoE. Deals 120% of your damage to enemies in the area. It's an AoE. Max channel is 2.4 seconds, so it happens 6 times. Cooldown's 12. So, you do it a lot. So basically, randomly, you just throw a volley of trees at people.
Yup.
Interesting. Tree Grab cooldown was reduced, so he's more oppressive early. Grow armor was increased, so he's tankier. He kind of needed it. That's fine.
Play Tiny with Magnus. RP Tree Volley.
Here's a question: Does Aether Lens work with the range of the trees you're gonna throw?
I don't see why it wouldn't.
Just curious. That'd be big.
I mean, it's that.
Tinker is already ridiculous, by the way. We already know Tinker can do stupid things. He's just gonna get better. Nature's Guise has been reworked. It's now a self-cast ability with a 0.6 second cast time. No longer has the fade delay, nor gets interrupted on damage taken. Goes on cooldown after the invisibility buff ends. I'm gonna test it too. I'm almost at the end, so I'm gonna go back and test a couple things. But thank you. If you can test a tiny thing, that's super cool because I don't want to waste my time on that. So basically, you can go invis more often because the cooldown's not very long. But basically, once you stop being invis, that's when the cooldown starts. So you can't like double cooldown or anything. Everybody has a new Ags. Everybody. Every single hero in the game has an Ags.
Well, they don't all have new ones.
Well, yeah, okay, fair. Just to do the patch, my friend, I've just been doing a patch review for an hour. An hour? We've been doing this an hour? I haven't looked down yet. Don't. It's supposed to. It's consumable, but don't spoil it. Here's your guys' movement speed bonus rescaled to be worse. Damage was rescaled to be better. Okay, that's cool. This is better probably. It's easier for him to go invis. New Scepter. Reduced battle trance cooldown in 35 seconds. It allows it to be cast on allied or enemy heroes. Lasts half duration on enemies. So basically you can make an enemy rage so they can't cast spells or activate abilities. They just attack. You know who this would be really good against? Someone like Invoker or Tinker. Or anybody who's a spellcaster. Storm. Because like, that's huge.
That gives Troll like that gives him something that he did not have at all.
Thank you, Wishy Washy. I appreciate it. That's just this is crazy in Troll. I can see so many heroes as countering to cast on enemies. And casting on allies can be nice too, because like if you're you could be like a not maybe not a support troll, but like a third slot troll. And if you have like a main carry, I don't know, a Spectre or something, and Spectre's just trying to win a fight, if you cast ult on Spectre can't die. At all. Spectre gets lifesteal, movement speed, everything Spectre needs. You could definitely play a lower position troll and just buy Ags. I think it would work. It wouldn't be ideal, but it could work. Oh yeah, true sight in the target too. Fair. Change snowball speed. Just remove it altogether. Thank you. To 6 ice shards cooldown. That's fine. They just made it earlier. Instead, they gave snowball cooldown. That's really good. And instead of walrus punch chance, they upped it to 15, but it's pseudo random, so you're very unlikely to multi-hit. Just walrus punch, walrus punch, walrus punch. Oh yeah, strong dispel too. Right, exactly. It's really strong. I can definitely see a third position troll warlord buying it to buff his allies. It's a low cooldown, 35 seconds. Like, come on. Also, you can just get this buff through Roshan or whatever. Oh, hey, Wishy-Washy, since you're testing something, or Turtle, if you want to, me and Furry and Falcon were talking earlier in the stream about how Roshan should drop the item, the new item for an Aghanims. Me and Furry said it sounded like if you had no Aghanims at all, let's just say you have no items. You kill Roshan, and on the third kill, he drops the item, which is a chance, and you use it, you suddenly have an Aghanims buff on your hero. Falcon said it only acts as the recipe, and you'd have to have an Aghanims, then apply the recipe. I think Falcon's nuts. I don't know. I don't know what the command is to spawn things. Yeah, if you can test it. It's the third time Roche dies, he has a 50-50 shot, or the fourth time he dies, it's guaranteed. I will move you in Discord, my friend. Greetings.
Hey, what's up? Alright, so I'll tell you what the Aghanims thing is. The Aghanims consumable is an item in itself.
Yeah, you don't have an Aghanims, suddenly you consume it, you have Aghanims. Right?
Yeah, and it gives no stats.
No stats.
Yeah,
And
it just gives
you don't need to have an Aghanims to get
That's
it.
what I said. Falcon's crazy.
6,200 to get it and consume it without attributes.
And that's why I said earlier. Literally the biggest change in this patch, and still to this moment as I'm reading, is that Roshan is now hypercritical. The third Roshan and onwards, if the third one's a chance, obviously, but 50% chance that the third Roshan is a 6,200 gold swing plus the gold you get from Roshan. So like a 6,400 gold swing, depending on who wins it. That is like... so he'll still drop cheese like normal. The chance of dropping Refresher Shard, it's a 50-50 on his third death. It'll either drop the new Ags or the Refresher. On fourth death and on, it drops both.
That's insane. But they did nerf the gold bounty and XP bounty from it.
The gold bounty is the same. It's just less random. It's in the middle. But the XP bounty was nerfed. Roshan is literally the only important thing once he's died twice. End of story. Only thing that matters. Pit of Malice radius was increased. That's really nice for Underlord. He needed that buff. The cooldown was reduced at all levels. That's nice too. This is a good buff for Underlord. He's a really good solo offlaner. It saves him too because he can put it on himself to run away.
Good before. It's not like it was bad.
No, I know, but he's even better. Like, this is really strong. Especially since he gets more experience, even though he's being denied now because they changed the experience. Have you read all these patches, Absolution?
Mm-hmm. I thought you were just doing Dark Souls. I would have joined if I knew.
I did this. I started an hour ago or so just to talk about it because Jack has begged me. Soul Rip cast point was improved. You can cast it faster, which is really cool. Tombstone zombies now treat illusions like creeps, requiring 2 hits to kill rather than 1, so they're not as good against illusion heroes. Tombstone takes 1/4 damage from creeps and illusions rather than 1/2. Good. It's harder to kill Tombstone using illusions and creeps. Oh, I'm sorry. Tombstone zombies now treat illusions like creeps. I read this wrong. Illusions and creeps have to hit Tombstone zombies more. That was stupid. I read that completely wrong. That's so stupid. Another swap now has a 0.25 second cooldown to prevent accidental use. You're welcome, Furry.
Yeah, seriously.
I saw you do that more than once.
I don't know how. Like I hit the alt, like move everything away from there, and it still goes. No, we're just gonna cast it.
This is huge for Tombstone, by the way. It's much harder to kill Tombstone and the zombies with illusions and creeps. They'll chase you forever. Veno, Basint, that's annoying because he can cast forever. Poison Sting has the talent increased by 4%. You just can't move. You literally just don't move.
Yeah, I mean it's either that or impact summons towards.
That's good too. Base magic resistance on Visage was increased by 15%. So he gets that and the Gravekeeper's Cloak. He's just magic immune when he has Gravekeeper's Cloak all the way up. 7 Familiar's health was rescaled to be higher at earlier levels, which is a big buff. Visage, this is huge. Visage is so hard to kill now. I can't imagine killing Visage without 3 heroes. Right, Absolution?
I need to learn.
Visage, yeah.
Now that he has 15% extra magic resistance just from the start.
His passive,
Gravekeeper's Cloak, yeah.
passive is so much resistance.
Right, that's what it used to balance out because Visage had less magic resistance base. Now Visage has the same magic resistance as everybody else, and then Gravekeeper's Cloak. Can't kill him. Chaotic Offering Scepter now lands the second golem 0.4 seconds after the first, rather than both at the same time. This is so good.
Yep.
It's a guaranteed 0.8 second, like, whatever. How long is the stun for ult? I kind of forget sometimes. I don't remember, but it's basically a huge stun. Yeah, so many axes are ratting now. This is huge, though. This just really helps the ult. Fatal Bonds count was rescaled to just always be 6, so it's super good in lane. The damage was rescaled, so it scales up, though, so that's not so good in lane. The talent was increased for the armor, so golems can be super armory if you were facing, like, PA. Weaver, just some nice quality of life things. Rework Scepter.
Command.
I don't like this. I don't like these changes.
Alright, so now it's 2
You still want
charges
me
of
to check the
to
Roche
win
thing?
run. What? Now it's 2 charges
want-
to win run and increases movement speed by 45. So basically, Wind Ranger is more about diving in and out really, really fast all the time. Conversely, Focus Fire's cooldown was reduced without the Aghanims. It's just not as good because the cooldown was 15 before with Ags. I think they're trying to stop the abusive Wind Ranger pushing. That's what they're trying to stop. Good.
Did you still want me to check the Roche thing?
Yeah,
or
yeah,
what?
go, do it.
I need the command to make
I don't know what it
time
is.
go faster.
I don't know what it is.
No,
Don't
I
ask
can
me.
spawn a Roche, it just doesn't have anything. It's just a creep, basically. There's a command to make the time go...
The whole Ags, to our understanding, he's testing it. You just suddenly have the buff for Aghanims from nothing. This is nice though in Furry because if you don't buy a scepter, you now still get the cooldown reduction that you didn't get before. So like
Yeah,
you can
but-
save money and try to buy like an Orchid really fast and a Blink or whatever.
Except for the fact that it's still the damage reductions is still there and you can't get rid of it
That's true, but they did change the talent.
until level 25.
It's still not as good. It still doesn't reduce it as much anyway. I think you'd still do less
Exactly.
damage.
It's still 10% reduction.
They took the slow off entirely, which is good. Instead, they gave a 2-second shackle shot cooldown, which is really strong. And instead of mini stun focus fire, which I hated anyway, they did the reduced damage. So unfortunately, Wind Ranger just won't do as much, which is it is a nerf. But at least you don't have to buy an Ags now, which kind of saves money.
I know.
And you can be a
I do
super
like-
evasive Wind Ranger if you do. It does suck though.
It's annoying to me. It feels almost like, I don't know. It feels like a little too much with a lot of it because you're not going to be able to really kill somebody until late game. And
Yeah, she's not going to be as much of a carry
by
now.
that-
I wouldn't go
but-
mid Wind Ranger.
I'll still do it.
I just don't think
but-
she's viable as a mid laner anymore. She just doesn't have the power. Arctic Burn, Septic mana cost. Arctic Burn, when you have a scepter, the mana cost per second was reduced. That's nice, I guess. I might buy it now. Death Ward damage
Yeah,
was
there's-
increased
There's
notably.
no commands for it, by the way.
10 per level. Wow. That's big. That's a lot of damage. Attack point was improved on Zeus, so he actually attacks kind of fast, sort of. Instead of armor at 10, he gets mana regen. That's so nice. What
That's
a good
really
talent.
That's really good for.
Okay, wow. We have to start testing a couple things here. What are we confused about? Because we already got the tiny thing confirmed, which makes me very happy. Absolution's trying to test our Roach thing.
By the way, they need to update Wind Ranger's tooltips because it still says the ult can be buffed by Ags. I tested it; it isn't.
I'll try that after. That's kind of a weird one because that requires a long time. I want to try faster things.
Alright, I'm doing it. It's taking a long time, but...
I want to know... Let's see. I should try Arc Warden and buy the eggs. That's what I want to try first.
Arc Warden's broken, by the way. You can
That's-
sell items.
Wait, what?
You can sell items on his illusion and you get the gold, but they disabled it in ranked for now, I think, until they fix it.
Okay, they'll fix it. It's fine.
Oh, that's.
Um,
Oh,
oh,
people abused it, though.
yeah, of course they did. What a friggin' bug! I sincerely doubt that's.
I think the Ags on Arc Warden is ridiculous. What of an obnoxious hero.
I wish I could play him better.
I've played like one game of Arc Warden.
I've played a few.
Well,
but
Huskar
I
and Brood
just-
got some love. I'm sure you
I'm just
appreciate that,
bad.
Absolution.
I'm really happy. Brood didn't get any buffs, just the Ags added. Right?
I'm sad. Most of my heroes didn't get touched. Not very much, anyway. And Zags.
Brood,
They got
Brood
nerfed,
got
kind of.
Man.
Brood got increased attack speed.
Oh, yeah, that's a small buff.
Yeah, just it's small.
It's so late, but like I have to get the answers to these questions. Somebody has to answer these questions.
I'm almost done with the Roche thing. You know what I had to do?
Yes,
I had to make the time. Heard this? I had to make the time go 10 times faster, so each Roche can spawn like 10 times faster, basically.
Makes sense to me.
It's the only way you can do it, as far as I know.
Whatever works for you, man. I don't care how you get the answers. I just want these answers.
Alright, let's see what this Death Prophet has to say.
Arc Warden. Hounding.
Alright,
So I
so
got our fresher shards.
A good clean match today.
Aghanims. We'll level the max.
The self-split arc grows brighter.
First casting, me and my duplicate get arcane res.
Myself right,
Refresh.
so it must be. Coursing.
We got a haste rune and a regen rune.
Yes, generation.
Just imagine that, like, because I can have my duplicate if I have like travels. Like, okay, so
Always
what
aware.
would I actually be loaded that with? So obviously I'm Arc Warden, so I'm gonna have travel 2s. Well, just travel to work. So I'm gonna have travels because of course I am. I don't need anything else actually because that's really all that matters.
Yes.
So like literally when I nothing else matters. It's like good. All right, so what I'm gonna do is when I'm gonna cast my thing, I'm first gonna see if there's a rune. Oh look, I got free money. I'm gonna cast my ult. It's gonna see if it can help me with a rune first. Oh look, it gave me an arcane rune. I need that more than it does. My thing's gonna TP somewhere else. I'm gonna take the arcane rune and I'm gonna go use it.
Right.
I'm gonna go do my thing.
Okay, it has been done.
Unity must be achieved.
And what's the verdict?
Ever forward.
Alright, I have your answers, sir.
What is it?
Basically, on the 4th it's guaranteed. On the 3rd it's 50%.
No, I know when it happens. I'm asking, does it give you an ags from nothing?
It gives you a consumable axe, and once you pick it up, you can't even like. It just automatically consumes. You can't do anything with
So
it.
whoever touches it, it's theirs, and there's no sharing or anything. Like it's done.
You pick it up, it's on you. No exceptions.
And the idea with this
And you don't get the stats from it, as you know. I'm sure.
this rune thing is gonna be abused.
Automatically, yeah.
You know this rune thing is gonna be abused. It's like free money. Like, oh, there's a free invis rune, and nobody can possibly see it coming because you can do it out of vision. It's like you can have vision over the runes. It's like you know there's an invis rune.
Arc and a storm on your game, Wow. Storm is trash now though, because they've nerfed bloodstones.
Okay, you shouldn't have been able to buy multiple bloodstones in the first place. Though that was stupid. I had to try Death Prophet because I'm sure I guarantee the Death
I
Prophet.
mean, honestly, it's the only thing that made the hero decent.
I guarantee Death Prophet's the most broken hero in the game right now.
100%.
98% because I might be missing something. But like that ability is stupid. Her Aghanims is actually stupid.
Yeah, it's like this is ridiculous.
Well, let's get to
Alright, I have an Aghanims. I'm gonna be level 3, okay? So I actually have my basic 3 abilities. I'm gonna spawn an axe. I'm gonna spawn 3 axes. I'm gonna level them up to 3 as well.
I spawned 7 of them.
Ready? I'm gonna have them start hitting me and just see if I can lower my health a little bit. And I'm gonna start casting and see what happens. Alright, I'm at half. I shouldn't be able to win this fight. When did the ghosts come out? Did I miss them?
They come out when you throw.
I mean, you have no damage. You're not gonna kill them.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have ult, so they don't come out at all. I have to be 6. Even if I don't use 6.
Oh really?
I think I have to have it skilled.
Oh yeah, yeah. They aren't coming out.
There we go. Okay, let's just. I'll refresh this in a second. Okay. So I have to level them up to. I have to level them up to 6 as well. To be fair. All right. So I don't know. We'll just take whatever. It doesn't really matter. All right. Now we'll try this again at 6 because I didn't realize I didn't have the ghosts. You wouldn't have an ag before 6 anyway. All right. I'm half out. Let's see what happens. They're not using abilities, but literally these 3 axes at equal level to me, chasing me around. Like, I'll kill them. Yep. They'll just die. 3 axes of appropriate level with appropriate health. When I start at half health, I will kill all of them. Guaranteed.
It's pretty strong, to be honest.
Like, that's ridiculous, because they're hitting me for 71. I only have 5 armor. When I'm sitting at, whatever, 700 health, I will win that fight if they just hit me. Let's level up to 25, because I want to see, like, how strong this is, realistically speaking. I tried to right-click more, too. I should have right-clicked more. Alright, so I'm going to level to max 2. So I'm 25. I'm actually going to give them their talents, even though I shouldn't. 8 strength, that doesn't matter. 25 health regen, that doesn't matter. So they're pretty tanky people. I have no... I'm going to take no talents. I'm just going to basically right-click, and I have no items besides axe, and I'm going to have boots. Let's see what happens if they... let's see how much damage they do to me with number 1. They actually hurt me.
Yeah, they're gonna get through this.
Alright, I'll let myself get really low. Alright. As long as I have Spirit Siphon, I'm invulnerable. When I run out of Spirit Siphon, I do have a problem, though.
You didn't refresh your charges. You gave yourself only 2 charges. So.
As long as I can run, like, outrun them only just a little bit, I'm
They're so
invulnerable.
slow from your ags, right?
I move at 318, they move at 305. So just being able to kite them a little bit is enough.
So phase probably core MVP now with ags.
And I'll eventually die if I run out of mana, which I did. I refresh because there's no reason to bother. Alright, so these axes are already pretty tanky. I want to see how fast I kill them. No, they aren't, but like, I'm just saying, like, as an example for just basic damage. I'm taking damage. I have no items though. I don't have boots. So now I just want to see, like...
You're also not using exorcism.
I'm not. So this doesn't even matter, honestly. Like, whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay. So I'm just gonna get 5 axes and level them up and see if I can actually kill them quickly. My only other item is Octarine because nothing else matters. It's just about whether or not I can kill them. More or less. So we get 2 more enemies. Level up enemy. Alright. I'm gonna give to them the fact that I would be standing next to them. Because they would be calling me. And I'm just gonna cast next to them. Because I would be able to cast anyway. Where are the rest of them? Alright, ready? I'm absolutely invulnerable. When I like cast like silence or something, they just instantly die.
Look at all the friggin' spirits.
It's like stupid. It's stupid. I have no items either. Like in
Do
theory.
spirits spawn if you just hit the ground with your spells, or does it have to be heroes?
No, that's targets. I wonder if the exorcism will spawn more spirits when it hits them. I don't think so. No, it doesn't.
Wait, what'd you say?
I would have exorcism hitting units would cause it to do it again. That'd be funny.
No, exorcism does not trigger
It'd
the
be so stupid.
Will the ghosts hit towers? The ones that you
No,
spawn?
they won't. The ones you spawn are on the target you cast the ability on.
No,
Oh.
they go on attacks. Try attacking the tower.
Okay.
It should.
Yes,
it
they
should-
do.
okay.
They do,
No.
dude. What?
Oh my god, they do go on the tower.
What?
Oh.
I told you, man. I knew this was like probable.
Okay, I told you she was broken. She's more broken than I thought. 100%. Most broken hero, right? Absolutely. I'm right, right?
Yeah, I think this.
Look
is
at this.
pretty OP.
Look at me just hit this thing.
No items.
Because they do what? How much damage do they do? 58.
Um,
They do double when they come out of her eggs, right? That's how it works now.
I think they do the 58 again. I think they just do the.
I know it said they do double. They do double spirit damage on the unit you hit. So they're doing
yeah.
116 damage to the tower every time you right click it. Alright, I'll fully kit out. What would you get as a Medusa? I'd get a Shiva's, right?
You mean a Death Prophet? That's not-
Against the Medusa. Yeah.
No, just in general. I'm Death Prophet. So Phase Boots, Octarine Core, Aghanims, Shiva's Guard.
BKB.
And then what else? Like,
Hex.
my
Heart,
bother.
AC.
Kai Assange.
I was thinking Kai Assange, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, Kai Assange is pretty good. Alright, Kaya Sanj. Alright, let's watch the madness, Thor. Ready? So, oh, actually, why not refresher? Can you still double ult? Does that still work?
I don't know.
Yeah, screw that. Kaya Sanj, screw that. Refresher, I'll do it right after. Oh wait, why don't I do the new Ags?
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're gonna do it the real way, just do the Ags buff and then.
Yeah, then I'll do Kaya Sanj. Okay, there we go. Alright, here. That's what I thought. I thought that might happen. Alright, so I come in 2 axes. They start to fight me. I immediately, of course, am going to silence them, because screw that. Shiva's them, because why not? I'll just throw one of these down just for the sake. I mean, you can cast all the time. Crypt Storm's a ridiculous cooldown. With Octarian's 1.4 and Talent's 1.5 seconds. So every 1.5 seconds, I do 116 physical damage. In an AoE.
I'm going to practice DP.
Honestly, I would play her all the time. She's so strong. She's got to get nerfed. She can just run through you, too. Like, she doesn't care. I think a refresher is a good item on her, too.
Yeah, refresher's good.
Like, look, Archery, my ult's ending. Let's refresh it.
You can have 2 at the same time.
Oh, actually, I should really test this madness. I'll take the ancient hits and see what happens. I'm living. Look at me. Look at this. I am living the ancient right now solely because I'm hitting enough of these units. I'm healing in it. Are you watching this, Unfurry?
Oh, I'm seeing it.
This is so stupid.
That's just sickening. Oh, the worst part is I know I could do that too because that does not require a large amount of skill.
It's brain dead.
It
All
really
right, I have a
is.
couple more tests to do because there's actually something important I want to think about. So
DP is not that hard to play.
No, I know she's not, but I don't want to play her. That's the problem.
I'm
The
curious.
only thing-
I'm curious about a couple of things that go on here. So number one, my curiosity is when you Spirit Siphon, does it hit per tick or just the first cast?
It hits just the first cast. It's just the target.
Yep, you're right.
I,
Alright, that question was
I
answered.
did.
And it works with the right click as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look, just every time. They do a ton of damage too.
It's basically like Weaver, Gemini. It's like you're attacking again. More or less.
Like, this is stupid.
Yeah,
Okay.
except
If you silence them all, it gives each of them a thingy.
Same thing
each
with
of
Spirit.
them one.
Same thing with Crypt Swarm. If I hit them all with Crypt Swarm, all 5 of them, each one gets a Spirit. Silence them all. Each of the 5 gets a Spirit. Imagine that absolution, because you heal all that damage. You heal 25%. So you heal 25 health per unit hit with Crypt Storm or Silence. So if you hit a whole team, that's 125 health, 125 health. So 250 health in an instant.
Well,
Let alone the fact that you already have Spirit Siphon and your ult coming back with health. Right?
I remember like 2 or 3 weeks ago we played against a DP, maybe a month ago, and she was just so unkillable. She just had a few core items like BKB Shivas, and you literally couldn't kill her. Imagine now what she would be like.
yeah, seriously.
She was already pretty good. She wasn't bad.
Alright, I'm doing Beastmaster. I gotta see what it's like to just throw axes consistently.
It makes me sad they add something like that to her, and then they do something like nerf one of the heroes I play into the ground, basically.
Well, let's get to it, shall we?
Oops. So let's see here. It doesn't matter. That kind of matters. That kind of matters. Sure. Okay, so just so we're clear, axes do damage amp per stack 12%. So let's just pick up an axe and only an axe. So I'm level 25. The axes are 25. So they have a good amount of health. I'll make sure one of them has even more health just because I'm lazy. I'm just gonna start throwing axes. They start shredding you. The extra damage because of the debuff, it starts actually shredding you.
the fourth. Get the last one.
Also, if you're like a tanky frontliner as Beast, you go into melee range and do them at like the lowest distance, and you can spam them even more.
Alright, I'll try that.
Like if you or someone, get on top of them, spam axe.
You can't really throw them that close, though.
I mean, it's faster. The longest range is huge, so it'll take.
No, I know. I'm just saying, you can't throw them that close. So, like, this is almost the closest you can throw them. So you can throw one every about 1.5 seconds.
Which is probably perfect for you to, like...
I'm gonna start refreshing. I'm gonna start refreshing here.
You're gonna need something to keep your mana up. But...
Yeah, sure.
Alright, so I'm just stacking and refreshing just to see like how the stacks really interact as you start getting ridiculous amounts.
It's like Crystal Bucks stuff.
I'm doing like a 1,000 damage. I swear it's so much right now. This is stupid. That's stupid. I don't like that at all. Let me go back to the patch for a second. And yeah, I saw the item changes. I went by them. Weirdly enough, the Aghanims, it says that it changed, but it doesn't actually show it, which is interesting.
They haven't updated. They haven't done the tooltips updated.
Alright, who else has to test? The items are all pretty self-explanatory. Anti-mage is fine. We get it. It's just weird. What, Thor? What?
Yeah. What?
Oh, we should try Klink's skeleton walk. Maybe. Well, I want to try Dark Willow, actually. We get it. Klink's just going to run really fast. I want to try Dark Willow to see how abusive it is. How abusive do you think it's going to be in Furry?
It's not going to be that bad, because even when she does it at the start, it's not going to do as much damage, and her attack rate isn't that great.
Alright, let's pretend that I'm level 6, and I somehow got the chance to, you know, get abilities, right?
Good, clean match today.
I get an axe, and let's level him up soon. Oops, sorry, I leveled myself up. I'm 9. Fine, I'll level him up. I'll level him up to 10, so he gets his talent. He'll take his 8 strength, so he's tanky. He has 1400 health. I'm just gonna Shadow Realm with level 4 in just Ags. I can't buy him items, unfortunately. So I'm gonna test both, just a 1-hit and what it'll be like otherwise. So max hit does about a quarter of Axe's health. Okay. Normally. So now I will and I'm actually behind him too. I haven't taken anything else. Alright, now I'm just gonna try to use it like I'm supposed to use it.
Let's get out of here.
Alright, first couple hits don't matter, then suddenly you start doing a terrible amount. Okay, I can do about 80% of Axe's health in one Shadow Realm. Versus the 1 hit I used to do, which was a quarter of his health. Because it's free. And it's a 14-second cooldown. That's like the really scary part. You know what I mean? So like, you'll just throw some stuff down, you'll right click him, he'll be like, oh, I ran into the thing, and suddenly you're just gonna do it. And you can hit you back. And the cast range is the bigger thing too. You gotta remember that too. When you cast it, your attack range goes to 600.
Yeah, I know.
So like, that's so big.
I mean, the thing is, the majority of times when that would be super abusive would be early game. You're not going to have the Ags then, at the very least.
Yeah, no, at least it won't be a lane. I'm just saying late game, it could be a big thing.
Late game, that can definitely help, say,
Dragon Knight.
Dark Willow actually be good in fights. Like, all you need, if you're playing the support and you manage to get the Ags, you can just start picking off people as a support. Because that's part of the problem with Dark Willow sometimes is that her abilities have long cooldowns, so you'll use them and then you'll just be kind of sitting there going, I don't know what to do anymore. But you get that, it feels like she'll have constant damage output the entire fight.
Scepter.
Black Dragon now. Let's see how big this attack range actually is. I know I do. Let's see how long debuffs last. It's like a status, right? Is that one of the abilities? I already forgot what he gets. What dragon I get?
Everything.
Extra slow. Let's see how slow he is. I didn't really test that.
It's 50% extra corrosive damage. Slow, and I can't remember.
Corrosive doesn't... Oh, actually, let me just hit the tower and see the corrosive. That's notable. I hit the tower once, and it ticked for like 300 damage almost. Let's see the slow.
Yeah.
Axe doesn't move. He's moving at 128. That's his move speed. Going down from... His normal move speed is 305. 128. That's so big. That's so stupid. Alright, we gotta try Slardar. We know it's coming.
The puddle.
I'm about to make some puddles.
Oh, that's so funny.
I'll do level 1 because it doesn't really matter.
Look to the foe. A pearl beyond price. Time to forget the myriad external pressures.
The puddle's pretty big, actually. It's huge.
It's a 550 AoE radius.
Patrolling.
Yeah, I guess I thought it was diameter. I don't know. Big.
Yeah, so that's on a 3.5 second cooldown when if he takes the talent. And that lasts forever.
Look to the foe.
Debuffs do not last on him at all.
Yeah, explain to me how you even fight a slug with Ags.
So basically, AM Ags is that if you're like somebody with a long cooldown, let's just say Enigma, and you use Black Hole, and I kill you afterward at any point. So like you have, let's just say you only have 100 seconds left because your Black Hole has gone off for a while. If I kill you with ult or you die within 1 second of my ult hitting you, I'm gonna freeze your cooldown. It's now just 100 seconds. Nothing changes while you're dead. The moment you spawn, it adds, what is it, 70? Is that what it says?
70 seconds, yes.
70 plus whatever was already there, so 100. So 170 seconds is now how long it's going to take you to get Black Hole back. So it's dramatic when you kill somebody who has already used their ability, but it's also dramatic just because it adds 70 no matter what. So like, oh, my Black Hole was up, but I died to AM. It's now down for 70 seconds once I spawn anyway. Yeah, I know, ult's big too. The puddle is pretty big. I mean, I don't think I can die, honestly. Like,
Do you like the AM Ags?
I was talking about AM Ags.
No, I know. Do you like it though?
I don't know. It's a counter to some heroes, like an Enigma or something, because you can make their ult never be able to be used.
Yeah. Did you see TB Ags? It's so funny.
It's stupid. I think it could work in certain team comps, but it's not very good.
Imagine Mars and TB Ags. Oh my god.
That's an example of where it would be really strong.
Dracus, how is he gonna get Ags?
Yeah, Thor. That's exactly what it means. That's the point. So AM kills you, and your ability is still on cooldown because it freezes it. Because it's supposed to take its current cooldown and add 70 starting when you spawn. So if your ult was on cooldown for 2 minutes, it freezes. So all that time you're dead is wasted on your ult. It's huge. It's a big cooldown. It's not as big if it wasn't on cooldown. It's only 70 seconds. But that sucks for low ult. So let's just say somebody who has generally low cooldowns. Not counting Tinker. Who has low cooldowns for all their abilities? Bounty? Bounty. His longest cooldown is Shadow Walk. You cannot go invis for 70 seconds when you spawn. That's huge. You just take away everything. Even though it's bigger because his cooldowns are so low, you're so used to being able to cast him all the time. 70 seconds. That's huge. And that's where the ult is going to come into play, I think. More or less. Who else do we not understand or want to take a look at? Oh, what do you think about Ember Spirit Ags? Absolution.
Pretty broken, to be
Yeah,
honest.
it's core. My opinion, Veil. If
Core
that's
and Caster Ember, yeah.
if you're gonna cast Ember, Veil, Travels, Ags. There's no reason not to.
I still think you want a Maelstrom first core item.
Hey, Aditya 1407. Absolutely, same thing. You literally take an ability that has no cooldown and add 70 seconds to it. They're basically not a hero for that time. Ember Spirit is gonna be super broken with that. I don't need to test it. I know how it works. It's just a better ult. I want to see Dark Portrait because I'm pretty sure this is super broken and is the ultimate counter to like PA. I can't test it because I don't have a PA in my lobby, but can you spawn particular heroes in demo hero mode Absolution?
When all
Can you what?
hope is gone.
Can you spawn particular heroes? How do you do it?
Select enemy hero.
Oh.
Yep.
No, isn't that select new hero? I'm sorry. I had the wrong button.
Mark your as I will.
You
How do I
want
select-
allies or enemies?
How do I... Oh, select enemy hero. Okay, I see it now. Hey, Aditya 1407. Thank you for the follow, my friends. So I wanted to test it on PA. Where's my PA? Phantom Assassin. P, Luna, Ricky, PA. Alright.
I insist.
Thank you guys for the help, by the way.
Okay.
Alright, so enemy. I will spawn myself a PA here. I will level her up to a ridiculous amount. If it's 7K, if it's a 7K person, I'm flattered that you're here in my 4.3 solo K stream of terribleness.
It's not Aditya. That's just the guy that boosts.
Congratulations.
Let's see.
Your middle
Spell line doesn't really
tower
matter
has
as
been
much.
tapped.
None of this actually matters that much. I guess it's good. Alright, so I just need negatives. That's all I need. So first I'm gonna have PA hit me just to see like what's up. So PA is gonna hit me hard. Damage, I guess Cleave doesn't even really matter. Armor corruption, coup de grace. So how hard does PA hit? Actually not that hard, funny enough. Can you buy an enemy items?
Mm-hmm.
How do you buy enemy
Click
items?
on them.
Click on them and
Click
buy
on
an
them
item?
and then buy them.
Okay. I never really test out in lobbies. Let's just get a couple normal items for PA. So PA probably has phase.
Couple rapiers.
Couple rapiers.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I can't do that. PA probably got a Deso.
BKB.
I can't even see Deso because I'm blind right now.
The illusions won't Deso though. The Deso won't work on them.
If you say so, we'll see about that. Probably have. I don't know. I'm trying to find out what you have in late game. Deso.
BKB.
Yeah, BKB is a good answer. BKB.
Satanic. Illusions can lifesteal now, remember?
Oh, that's good. That's a good point. Satanic, and I don't know, like an MKB maybe. Okay.
Willingly.
So let's see how hard she hurts.
Nothing
She didn't crit me at all, which is hilarious. But oh, I've taken her ability to fly.
will wash over this the borders of my lifeline.
No crit, she killed me. Okay.
Once again.
You're a Grimstroke with
Let's
Axe.
see how the
6-slot PA.
the illusion can crit.
Wait, actually crits?
Of course. I mean, it hurts. It doesn't crit for as much as she does, but like.
I mean, you're hitting a PA, and then if in a real game, you'd want to hit the support with that illusion.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like that full duration. If PA ignored it,
You-
it brought
you
her
should-
down to with
you
being
should have-
6 slotted.
You should
should
get
have
2
them fight.
PAs,
You should
and then
have
ult,
fight.
and then click your ag spell. You'll get 2 illusions.
Will that actually work?
Try it.
I'll get a different hero. Let's get a support so I can actually test this out better. Okay. Select enemy hero. Let's get a I don't know.
Lion.
A lion. I was thinking lion too, actually.
With dripping brush.
He doesn't have any tanky talents, right? So it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Has health now.
His health, I'll take it.
I should have
Alright.
done the 90 damage.
So he should have items too.
Do that.
Nothing big though. Just like Guardian Greaves, I guess, would help.
Eggs.
Of course he has eggs. That's all he has though, because he's broke.
Yes.
No, I
No, Illusion K abilities, I don't believe. Alright, so. I mean, the illusion hurts, but it takes.
It's spell immune, by the way, so he can't save himself from it.
First blood.
Yeah, good thing PA pierces spell immunity with all of her abilities.
I insist.
Yeah, but the illusion can't, like, you can't hex the illusion or anything.
I know.
So that's pretty OP. If they have like a TV on the enemy team, that's so strong.
That's the thing, and the illusion obviously should do stuff based on.
A patron of the
It's not that
Like
good
PA
against
has kind of bad
yeah.
items for it, right? If she had stat items, which she doesn't usually build, I'm
that-
assuming it
that's
would
what
do
I was
more,
saying.
right?
It's not good for PA. It's better for TV, Luna, something like that. More
Well, what I mean is, if she had like agility items, she'd do more damage. Because
Oh,
they
yeah,
do
but
damage based
PA
on
wouldn't
agility.
build the agility items.
No, I'm just saying, like it would do more. So this isn't as broken as I thought it might be, but it's still pretty strong.
Listen to me. Try it with TV or Luna and see how OP it's gonna be. Remember,
try Luna.
The outgoing damage is 150%, not 100%. So they do more damage than the normal hero. TV is better in my opinion, but yeah, Luna works fine.
I wonder if it gets the
I'm pretty sure it gets the pass.
Yes.
Okay, it's cool. So let's get her some items. Butterfly, Scotty, Treads.
Pike.
Or I guess yeah, I get Pike a lot on her. Manta. Hurricane Pike, where are you?
In the middle. Literally in the most middle you can get.
Yeah, I gotta try. Oh, I gotta try that too. You're right. I gotta try the. I gotta do Mars after this.
Mid-tower taking damage.
Pike is literally in the middle of the entire thing. By
Shut
the way. Noob.
I saw
distracted.
it too.
Alright, cool. And you're right. She should buy a moon shard.
Mid-tower taking damage. Nothing wasted.
All right. So let's see how it goes. If she hits back, she'll probably be fine. Can she miss the illusion? Does it get evasion? Yeah, it does. The problem is that since she has lifesteal, she's gonna be okay if she hits back.
You should use it on like the lion. See how much damage it does then.
It's so fast. It does a good amount. It has moonglaves. It can push.
Oh my
It's
god,
insane.
that's
It's not
disgusting.
just good. It's insane. Look at it.
That is disgusting.
It's gonna destroy the enemy base if you ever use it.
Yeah,
You just shredded the tower.
that's pretty big.
And what's the cooldown? 35 seconds. That's insane.
It's stupid. Yeah, I gotta try Mars because Mars is totally. This is not a fair Ags. I don't think it's not too bad, but it's pretty bad. And Omni Ags is stupid. It's core, 100% core. Always was core, to be honest with
What
you,
did
but
they change about his Zags?
it gives 40 HP regen per second for the entirety of ults. It applies to
all
buildings
heroes and
too.
towers and creeps.
It applies to
Yep.
buildings and creeps too. Tell me how that's not core.
It is.
It just is. It's so big. It's 400 health. That's how it works out when you have Ags. 400 health to all heroes and all creeps and all buildings.
Chen is really nice now as well because his divine favor is passive now, so you just sit in lane and babysit.
See how much God's Rebuke does with no items. I actually do about an eighth of Axe's health. So I'm just going to see what happens when I don't have Ags and I ult and throw Axe into the wall. No items. He's level 25 Axe. I can't even kill him. Alright, we'll just buy the Ags. That's the only change we're going to make now. It's going to give me some stats, obviously. So that's why we're going to make sure we buy the Ags buff. No stats. Now let's try it. So, God's Rebuke. Oh, God's Rebuke. Spear him to the wall. God's Rebuke. God's Rebuke. Easy kill. There was time for another God's Rebuke too if I had the mana pool. Alright, now let's actually add an item. Axe is going to buy items too, of course. Alright, Axe. We'll get you a heart. I want to make you tanky because I want to prove. I want to get you a heart and a satanic.
You need to buy him a couple rapiers.
And I'm gonna buy Axe
then-
Shivas.
And then give him attack proxy.
You're not
archer
gonna kill him.
healings.
If he has those items, you're not gonna kill him.
You don't think so?
To battle.
No.
Alright, he has 4 items.
An
Ready?
AC and a Shivas?
I'm gonna stack
No way.
myself too.
You need like a rapier to kill him. I'm telling you.
This'll bring the team together.
It's possible. He's pretty tanky, dude. He's pretty tanky. We'll see.
Tarask.
Halberd?
Is he actually gonna use his items or just sit there?
No, he's gonna sit there. I know I wouldn't kill him to use satanic. The satanic just for the statues
Yeah.
stuff. That's not to use. That'd be ridiculous. How do I get good flat damage on this guy?
That's so?
Oh yeah, thank you. That'd be the one I was looking for.
You
Actually,
will
why don't I
also
buy an
an
AC?
Side.
Buy a halberd.
Assault
Halbert's not as much damage as
Alright,
I
so
know, I
Axe
know.
isn't even 6 slotted, but he's obviously relatively close. So let's see how fast I. Oh, he's actually gonna attack me. Should do that. Let's see how fast this goes. He lives barely.
forward.
He lived about 600 health out of his 4,200.
It's a lot of damage.
That was a lot of damage. Yeah, I could probably do this
those
better
are-
too.
If you have even just a Daedalus, you'll kill him.
Yeah,
So
drop
those
the
Vlads.
Vlads. I don't need that. Well, you can't double crit.
Any damage item, nullifier, Daedalus, whatever it is.
Honestly, at this point, I think I know it's ridiculous. It seems ridiculous, but I would. Well, one number one, I even have a moon shard, but
You'll kill him 100%.
I have a divine, and divine isn't even uncommon at this point in the game. Like this is actually a
Oh
reasonable
wait,
time to buy
you
it.
got the extra crit at 25, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. You'll definitely kill him.
This
now.
way.
Forgot about that.
Not even close. Like half my ult. I know it's divine and I understand, like, but like the fact that the cooldown is that low, and somebody else said I could sell my boots for Octarine, which sounds stupid, and it kind of is, but it's not.
Do you lifesteal from your W? Because it's a right click.
Yes,
technically.
yes.
Wait, so if you had an Octarine and a Satanic, and you W, you'd lifesteal from the spell and the right click. That's so weird.
Yeah. All right, ready?
I think
so,
that's one of the only interactions like that in the game where you have a spell and
PA
also
dagger.
a right click.
I think.
Oh yeah, I guess.
So let's see this. So I have
Into wars, team.
I have an Octarine core. Let's see if this works any better. He never would have been able to use an item. He was still locked forever. The cooldown on God's Rebuke is 1.05 seconds.
And you still have no chance.
If you hold Alt, you can see the exact second.
Yeah, no, it's one. That's the answer. It's 1.05 in ult when I'm ulting.
Oh yeah.
So it's literally up all the time. So you get bumped into the wall bumps you back. You bump into the wall bumps you back. Bumped into the wall bumps you back. Bumped into the wall bumps you back. Bumped into the wall. Like that's you saw that, right? I just on stream.
Yeah.
It's unreasonable, isn't it?
But they did nerf him overall. They nerfed his other like stats and stuff a bit.
Yeah, they nerfed his ults. It takes a little bit longer to get on. So this is a fully formed Pango. I think as a general, he's a little bit nerfed. But it's pretty ridiculous. I do have to try Pango, by the way. Somebody said that. Pango 100%. I have to see what he does. I can't believe I'm still awake. I'm supposed to be asleep.
He has an Ags now?
Everybody does. Every single hero in the game has an Axe.
Everyone has Ags.
Bar none.
What is it?
If you shield crash, you shoot out a 2-hit swashbuckle in all cardinal directions, I guess.
Okay.
The danger. She is this way.
The stage is set. Everyone prepared?
Alright, so I'm going to get no items at all. It's just a regular
Cannot refuse.
size Ags.
Everyone should get one of these.
Alright, so swashbuckle to axe.
I know.
It does very little. Alright, so it has it said it's when I shield crash, right? Yep. So I jump and suddenly swashbuckle goes out in all directions. I think you can hit them with all of them if you jump on
So
them.
it does it on the jump? That's weird.
Yeah. It
Try
looks.
with Rolling Thunder. Try swash.
I will.
shield
I'm just testing something real quick. I'm curious. It looks like if I'm on axe when I jump, I can hit him with more than one swashbuckle. Maybe? It's hard to tell. Maybe not. Alright, so I'll Rolling Thunder.
It's more of a team fight thing than a solo.
Yeah,
Definitely. But it seems really big if you had on-hit ability effects. So buy Diffusal, buy Maelstrom.
By Spotty.
It doesn't do damage though. I'm just looking for like the instant kill potential.
Oh, MKB then?
MKB, Basher. Oh, why stop at Basher? Why not go to Abyssal Blade? An AC technically does affect because it lowers armor. Deso could have the same effect, technically speaking. Okay. So, in theory, I should just kill X. When I swashbuckle, I do a third of his health. When I do that swashbuckle. My regular swashbuckle does half his health. So, I think you take the Rolling Thunder cooldown at that point. So good. Rolling Thunder, jump, bump into him. I got stuck, but bounce back. There's no space to work with just because of the low. I'm gonna bring Axe Stunning actually. Alright, so Axe is in the middle. I'm gonna do my thing. Jump into him, bounce back. And he'll just die. I did it 2 times, he died. So I'm still rolling, like.
I think the real usefulness of Axe is like if you need not just CC in fights but damage, you go with the Axe and you with the shield grass CD and ball and
it's a lot of damage. That's an unreasonable amount of damage. I'm not gonna go off the map.
You can't swashbuckle when you're in Rolling Thunder, but with this you basically can.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage. Who else needs to be tested? Where do we live off?
We should test Invoker's new 40 Chaos Meteor contact damage. I'm sure that's OP. Fucking they didn't buff my boy enough at all.
I like the base damage increase because it front-ended what you need from Exhort, so you don't have to always be an Exhort.
It's more damage anyways.
Yo,
no, it equals out to the same.
Because I'm not
only by 1
anymore.
damage.
Show me
never
the
mind.
show me the Death Star.
I know it works. Death Star, you are correct.
It's,
I just want to see it.
I keep forgetting.
It balances out. He does the exact same damage if he has Exhort out. Yep, all balances. You don't lose any. That's not true. They're all 1 off every level. So 7 is 6. So for each one you lost 1, but you gain it back with the 3. Same exact. 27 goes to 26.
Same thing last patch, and
yeah, they did the exact same thing.
It's literally just a buff to quad specs. That's it.
Yep, it's a buff to quad specs. What also means when you switch to invoke a spell, you still maintain some damage.
Yeah, if you want to hit someone on quas, you get a little bit extra.
So I gotta do Phoenix. I could do Coddle in theory. Is there anybody else who's even remotely interested? Will Lycan work? I wonder. Alright, I'll do Phoenix first.
I know exactly what Coddle does.
Lycan's one is so lame, honestly. It's really lame.
It could work though.
I mean,
it's just pushing.
If
you
the
get
enemy
late.
has if the enemy has not enough wave clear, yeah, maybe.
Alright, Phoenix. I will just buy the Ags because that's really all that matters. No items. I will level up to 6. Put an enemy next to me. I will level up the enemy.
You don't even need the enemy. Just.
I guess you'd max Sunray, kind of. If you want that.
I'd still say you want to do Fire Spirits first, because.
I mean, if you're gonna have an Ags at level 6, I'm sure you want.
If you're gonna have Ags at level 6, which you're not.
You're not.
Oh, that looks so silly. I love it.
It does.
I love it. That's amazing.
Oh wait, and you're still casting Sunray even after.
You can cast Sunray in alt now alt now with Ags.
I'm sure it doesn't, but check for me if the move toggle works while you're in Supernova.
No, there's no option for it.
That'd be ridiculous. It didn't.
There isn't.
No.
Imagine you just like go on a hill and then slowly back the Echo out.
I know, but that'd be hilarious.
Ability not castable while rooted. You're rooted during this. Apparently.
Okay, good. No matter how much I wish you could move Sun just towards the enemies. Or
so
away
we said
enemies.
Coddle, might as well.
Man, just buy a blink on Phoenix and like egg and then.
I'm just sad because I think Dracus is gonna think that he should buy Ags every game, but he shouldn't. The Ags isn't as impressive. It's the change to Mana Leak.
Let's keep a ride.
If Darkness buys the axe every game, our winner is gonna go down.
Tis hardly a challenge.
I mean, funny enough, this new mana leak is okay.
It's not as broken as the old Mana League.
Agree.
Let's get the old mana league literally drained all of your mana in.
Because it was percent max mana, not
Yeah,
something
exactly.
else, whatever it is now.
it's now it's
Percent current.
percent current.
So it goes down the lower mana you have. So if you have 10 mana, it's gonna drain what's
0.
So
nothing.
Lycan could be interesting, and I gotta see Monkey King too. Well, I guess I get Lycan. We're gonna. It's not gonna be hard to comprehend. Monkey King, I don't. I have to see.
It's really weird. Monkey's ult.
Do they look like Monkey King, or do they look like different?
Yeah, it looks like a Monkey King, but its attack aggro is
That's
very
a
weird.
terrifying
so check it
look.
out.
Time to pick a fight.
It-
It's not
Yeah,
my
just
style,
try it.
but it'll
You'll
do.
see what I mean.
Well, let's get to it, shall we?
You have to level the ult first, probably.
I think it's Tree Dance types level.
No.
No, check. Look at the ult.
It said
says-
Tree Dance.
Time to make some. You can see everything up here.
No, you can't have any illusions
You're right.
if you're
Gotta have
in
ult.
Tree
They
Dance
can't
or
stop me.
Invis. It is your ult that you need.
It looks like they could see. They look different, so I'm sure the
Yes.
enemy can see that they're different.
I mean, yeah.
Let's get a move on.
They hurt.
Um,
I don't even have Jingle Mastery. They just hurt.
They do the same damage that you do.
Yeah.
On the move. First blood.
And they hit towers if you're in 500 range, so there's that.
Totally fine.
Oh, you healed like nothing from that. Cool.
I was just curious what was going to happen. I mean, that seems really strong. When he stands still, he's just a menace.
Wait a minute. Do they keep attacking if you die within
No.
500 range of them?
I don't think so.
Of heaven.
Because that's what it looked like.
Greater than
Those ones kept attacking the tower.
I thought it stopped. I could be wrong, I guess. So I think Morphling is super strong now as a support. The Ags is so good. Anybody else? I don't think anybody else really needs
I
anything.
don't know, man. It seems kind of gimmicky.
Okay, so
He's just so-
I had talked about this before though. So this is going back a little while. I had said that I don't think any other hero is complicated. I did everybody.
I think I'm gonna head out.
Well,
It's
I gotta
like
do
late.
specters. Oh my gosh. So Morph's thing is that I said before he was already a good support because you take the talents that go around Morph and morphing his teammates, and you buy like a Kaya or an Octarine core, and you just play support and do what your supports and their supports do, but better. Because you can also be tanky. You don't need the agility at all. You're just a tanky support. Now that you can also gain the additional, basically a free Kaya and all that with one item, it's almost like making it easier to be the support Morphling because you get the cooldown reduction, the mana cost reduction, and cast range that the other supports don't have. So you're going to be like a super good supporting Morphling, but a carry Morphling definitely got nerfed. Feel me?
Yeah, he got nerfed, not hugely, but like medium nerf.
Yeah. I had to try Spectres.
The Dispel was
And
really nice on
TAs.
work because you would get Vesseled and you'd ult and you'd be good.
So what do you think about Spectres Ags? I think it's going to be really good. See you, Furry.
The only thing about Morph support that I think is bad is like level 1 he has nothing to offer. Literally almost nothing to offer. And he's very easily killable. Like squishier than a CM.
Another thrilling match awaits us.
T.
So what do you think about Spectre? The new Ags.
7th slot, probably. Unless
You think
unless
so?
You have to.
It's the escapability,
Unless-
right? So imagine this. There's gonna be two. I'm gonna make 2 enemy axes to prove my point. So this axe in the river is the one I want to go on. This axe is like a support in the jungle. I don't know he's there yet, so I'm not even ready to move on him. I know I want this axe. I haunt in. I attack this axe. I commit. I'm probably not gonna kill him because I don't actually have any items. Let's just say for the sake of example that I did. And I'm like, oh crap, you know, I'm running because the team came to fight me. I can literally use my other ability to just jump.
You need vision of them?
I
or
do
what?
need vision. Well, I can do it all opposite too, whichever one. I can use this as another jump out. So I don't have to, like, usually have to wait to jump out. You have to, like, have your timing right. Like, oh, I only have, like, 2 seconds left. I have to jump out now. But instead it's like, oh, like, I have vision of, like, a support in a different lane or something. Let me just real quick do that.
I mean, it's basically just another haunt because like, I mean, you just don't get as many illusions. Like if you want to show up to a fight really fast, and it's I think it's more of like split push thing, because like you can still split push.
What about the
as much
jukes
as-
too, dude? Because you can juke between a bunch of illusions really fast.
I
Confuse
mean, yeah,
people.
that's true, but like the reason why Spectre doesn't have to show up to fights is because she just haunts in. But if she has Ags, it's like even less of an issue of having haunt or not. It's like you just press whatever the Ag spell is, and then you can.
Well, that's
be
the thing
there.
is that Ags is the one limitation of Spectre because people can't make moves. Spectre can't make moves without ult usually. But now with that, you put fear in the team. It's almost like the fear button. Like, well, she has that though.
Well, I don't think it's core in her. I think it's like situational, and she needs other items to come online. Anyways, you know what I mean? Like, what does Ag give her? A bit of tankiness, a bit of stats. It's not that much.
All right, so I already know that TA is going to be pretty ridiculous because it's stupid.
I don't think it's broken. I think it's meh.
Well, I just see the ability that support. Like, okay, Vision still kind of counters her. Like, okay, look at this. Right, I'm gonna meld. I'm gonna hop over and jump axe. He doesn't know, right? He's a support just walking around. He's already level 6, but whatever. And remember, the trap does its own damage. So he walks near my trap. I see that opportunity. I don't even know where he went now. Axe, come back. You're on Vision.
Dash all vision.
It's fine. All right, so he comes over. Max, walk over. Don't be a jerk. I'm gonna jump. It's gonna pop. Immediately start hitting him. I'm gonna pop my abilities. Remeld because I can double do that. I like literally. There's nothing I should ever have done. Even if he called me, it wouldn't have mattered. He was dead. Guaranteed. We're the same level. I have no items besides my items, obviously. But besides items, I don't have any items. Don't need them. He's just dead. Because I get the free damage from Psionic Trap. So like late game, which is obviously what we're gonna look at now.
I don't
Axe,
think it's
of course.
as useful for pickoffs as it is for like getting around the map and split pushing.
I don't. I'm gonna have to check that, Thor. So Axe has a heart, just for the sake of example, and let's just say that he has like a I don't know Crimson Guard or something. I'm only gonna buy a couple items. I just have my Deso, and I don't know like a Daedalus. No, Crystalus, even better. So he's actually very tanky. Probably too tanky. I don't know. Okay, that's actually pretty tanky. I need more than that. I should have treads anyway. So I have treads, and I don't know because I should probably actually have a real Daedalus. That's better. Okay, that's more reasonable. So number one. Oh wait, stop. All right, so I'm gonna meld and channel and see what happens. I'm still melded. I show up melded. All right, so Axe is gonna be on that trap. Axe just hit it because he's a jerk.
Axe goes.
All right, ready? I'm gonna jump him.
On your guard.
I mean, Axe never stood a chance. This Axe has a lot of health too. He's sitting on like because you can double meld. You know the joke about double melding, Absolution.
It stacks.
Right, because it stacks, but you never really get the opportunity to truthfully to double meld because how are you going to get in the position to double meld? Because you have to move into position. This is you moving into position because it works like that. So like literally, like, are you watching?
I am.
Channel, you come in. Oh wait, so I wasn't melded. Sorry, I'm done. I melded. I come in melded, so I hit with meld, and meld can be off cooldown when I get there. So I just hit, meld, hit, refraction. Even if he calls me or something, it doesn't matter. He's dead, guaranteed. I get a double meld. It's 12. It's a 24 armor reduction because I took the talent plus the Deso. So I can shred for 31 within complete reason. I don't have an AC or anything. And this Axe actually has a heart and a Crimson Guard. Like, he's got some armor. He's not tanky, but he's got 4k health. Doesn't matter. And you know it could be worse, because even if I gave him an AC or something, I could give myself something much worse. Like, it's... I'm not saying it's super broken. I'm just saying that the ability to be able to jump across the map is really strong. Because, like, even if the team moves on you, right? Like, an axe is a bad example. But, like, you know, sometimes you meld and they start throwing, like, you know, nether toxin on you. And, like, they gale you from Venomancer. And you're sitting there like, I can't blink because I have too much DOT on me. This thing's a 30-second cooldown to say, hey, I don't have to reveal to do this. If you can't stun me, I'm gone. You know what I mean? It's like TPing, but TPing reveals.
It's good escape, it's good split push, and it might be sometimes useful for like pickoffs in fights. But I don't think that's the main point of it. I think the main point is escape and pickoffs.
I think the main point of it is that there's so many things. So I'm not saying any one of them is going to be like the reason you get it. It's because it does everything. So like if I want to ever escape, I only need to have one trap somewhere else. I meld and immediately start channeling.
Also, you could always have a trap in base and then go to base and back.
It does blow up the trap, but yeah, absolutely.
Doesn't
I get what you mean.
The number of traps that you can have, or no?
No, max traps is 11 still.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you're right. So I have trap in base. Oh no, like I'm a lower level. Like I don't know how I have an axe at this point, but I'm a lower level. Like I need to get something. Just real quick, just decide like, hey, I got my stuff off cooldown. I'm gonna go. I'm in base. I do my base stuff, and when I'm done, I TP back. I would have left the trap behind too if I was good, but I can definitely see this being kind of stupid.
I don't see it being broken though.
I don't know, man. I can see some serious janky stuff going on.
Tia is a tempo hero. You have to remember that. Like, she's not ever gonna like be this like late game, you know, ultra hyper carry or anything.
All right, the only other hero I think I need to see is Tiny throwing those stupid trees.
That seems stupid.
It just seems like a stupid idea. Just him whipping trees at you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll have its use. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot of damage if he builds damage, but. Alright, I'll level up to 7 just so I can get tree grab maxed. I'll get an enemy. Oops. I'll get an enemy, and just for the fun of it, I'll level him up to 25. We'll see how much damage volley actually does. I do need a damage item though, so I guess I don't know.
Echo Saber.
I'll just get a heart. Whatever. He's 25, I'm 7, so this should balance out. All right. It does some serious damage. I'm not gonna lie.
Wait, what if he just runs away? Then nothing happens.
What do you mean? If he runs away from me?
Yeah.
Let's walk near some more trees because I need like more trees.
You can shift Q him to walk.
Oh, the AoE, you're right. I forgot about that, Thor. Alright. Yeah, it's in the area you're aiming at. But the fact that they cleave is pretty ridiculous. And on top of that, you could just throw one last tree, just for good measure. I don't know, it seems okay. Alright.
How long does it last?
Not too long. I already left, but it's not long. So I'm gonna end the stream here because I really gotta go to the bathroom. It's way too late anyway. I'm not gonna raid anybody because it's super late and I just don't have time, to be honest with you. It's been kind of crazy night. I'll be back this Sunday with some more Dark Souls. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.